6:16, your countdown to kickoff clock at 44 minutes. Welcome back to the Newble Heating and Air pregame. Temperature continues to drop as it's darker and darker. 55 at the Victory. Some of the state scores underway in the Eastern Time Zone right now. Cosby leads Jellicoe 7-0. Granger over Seymour 8-0. It's Meigs County leading Kingston 7-0. Sweetwater a 3-0 lead over Scott. Heritage leads Union County 6-0. Also tonight, Boyd Buchanan 7-0 over Knoxville Webb, and it's Grace Christian of Knoxville over Notre Dame 7-0. Again, no finals because, as I've had to remind myself several times today, today's Thursday, Robin, not Friday. If you are staying at home tonight around the Tube to kind of get you updated on what's coming up tonight, Baltimore and Miami is your Thursday night NFL football game. That's on the Amazon Prime Video. Baltimore 2-5, the Dolphins at 2-6. There are several games in the NBA going on tonight. Orlando an early 16-9 lead over Charlotte. Golden State's in Milwaukee tonight. Washington at Oklahoma City. And Miami's at San Antonio. In the NHL tonight, Buffalo at Boston. Calgary's at Ottawa. Predators are underway in Philadelphia against the Flyers. And the Blues at home tonight at 7 against Vancouver. College football coming up this evening. Well, non-top 25 style, of course, on a Thursday night. But we do have a couple of games. ESPN2 at 6:30. We'll have Sunbelt action with Marshall at Coastal Carolina in the American Conference on ESPN at 6:30. Tulane will be at San Antonio. Memphis will be in action tomorrow night at 6 down in Houston against Rice. World Series game number 6 tomorrow night in Toronto with Yamamoto and Kevin Gausman. The Game 2 starters will meet tomorrow night in Canada. The Blue Jays looking for their third World Series title, their first since 1993. Remember, the Blue Jays won it in back-to-back years in 92 and 93 over the Braves and the Phillies. If there is a Game 7, no starters announced for that, obviously, but Game 7 would be Saturday night in Toronto. So that would be, of course, on the World Series side. Again, the Titans are at home this week. They'll take on the L.A. Chargers. That'll be at Nissan Stadium Sunday at noon. The Vols, of course, 6:30 ABC on Saturday night as they'll host Oklahoma college football. Big one to start today with Vanderbilt at Texas coming up on the college football side. We'll take a break, come back, and wrap up our in-studio portion of the Newble Heating and Air pregame. We'll take a look at the games again coming up tonight and tomorrow night. Again, tonight after the game on the Milan Prevention Coalition scoreboard, won't have obviously all the brackets, but we should have the 2A and the 4A, which encompasses all of our county. So we should know that tonight. But some of the classifications, the 1As, the 3As, and the 5As will not be decided until tomorrow night. But we should have 2 and 4 if we can, fingers crossed, get those Memphis scores. Been there a long time. That's not, even with today's technology, that's not the easiest thing to do. It is 6:20. I'll come back and wrap it up here and send you to Sam and Scott in about 10 minutes at the Bill Haney press box as Johnny Hill Stadium fills up on a cool final night of the regular season. It's that football feel. It's the playoffs. They're just around the corner. We invite you to keep listening to Victory 93.7 throughout the whole month of November. And coming up next here on the Newble Heating and Air pregame, stay with us.
This is Dale.
Back to wrap up the in-studio portion of the Newell Heating and Air pregame. I'll be back with you at halftime on the Precision Auto Body and Mandy Pierce for Circuit Court Clerk halftime with scores. And then after the game, the final regular season edition of the Milan Prevention Coalition Scoreboard Show. Peabody and Milan, our game coming up. We'll take you to Johnny Hill Stadium with Sam and Scott momentarily. South Gibson's traveling to Savannah to take on Hardin County tonight. Gibson County at Stewart County. Lakeland Preps at Humboldt tonight. Southside's at Crockett County. Northside's at Chester County. JCM at Halls. McNary's at Liberty. Also, Union City's over at Huntington tonight. Covington and Westview, the big one in Martin tonight. Kirby's at Haywood County. Again, Covington, Westview, Kirby, Haywood for region championships. Lexington's at Dyer County. Scotts Hills at Franklin Christian. Harpeth at Camden. Fayette-Wares at Craigmont. Lake County's at Dresden. Greenfield's at Gleason. And Summertown at Adamsville. Those are the games tonight. Tomorrow night, Jackson Christian will be at USJ. Tipton Rosemark at TCA. Ripley at Dyersburg. South Fulton's at West Carroll. McEwen goes to McKenzie. Kirkwood at Henry County. Bolivar's at O'Brien. Central, Memphis Central at Munford. And FACS at Fayette Academy. Those will be the games coming up tomorrow night. Again, next Friday, we'll start round one of the TSSAA State Football Playoffs. And again, we'll get you underway next week at 5 o'clock. And, of course, Lindy's before that at 4:30. And we'll have our statewide scoreboard getting underway next Friday night. I thank you for listening to the in-studio portion of the Newell Heating and Air pregame as senior night festivities happening right now on the field at Johnny Hill Stadium. When we come back, you'll hear the voices of Sam Macro and Scott Massey as they'll guide you for the next several hours of the final night of the regular season as the Milan Bulldogs back home to take on the Peabody Golden Tide. I'll talk to you at halftime and after the game. Enjoy football. If you're going to a game tonight, you've been waiting to use that winter coat, gloves, scarf, blanket. Tonight's your night. Stay with us. High school football is on the way next on the Victory 93.7.
Well, good evening. Welcome to Johnny Hill Stadium, Milan, Tennessee. Sam McElroy, Scott Massey with you here. In the final week of the regular season, the Bulldogs come in undefeated, 8-0 on the year. The Trenton Peabody Golden Tide, 8-1 on the year, were undefeated until last week when they lost to Huntington. And so this game has huge ramifications tonight about the playoffs. We'll get into that and much more. It's a big game. The winner, if Milan can win this, they can finish as the region champ, get the number one seed out of this region, and so much more. So a lot to be decided here tonight. Of course, after our game tonight, Robin will have the scoreboard show and tell you about some of the brackets that are down the way. Of course, more games will be played tomorrow night as well. So a lot to be decided tonight, tomorrow, and this weekend, setting up round one of the TSSAA playoffs, which are next Friday night. We know Milan's going to be in it. We hope they'll be the first seed and get to play home for 3 weeks if they secure that one seed by winning here tonight. We'll take a break, come back, give you stats of the up-to-date stats for the Milan Bulldogs and tackling and offensive and defense and all. Much more here on the Victory 93.7.
Hey, this is Chad Ezell from the Main Street Church of Christ, and as you've probably heard by now, everything's different in our world. So let me tell you about one thing that is not different. We at the Main Street Church of Christ, we want you to come to church with us. We would love to have you anytime. Things are a little different. Our Bible study is at 9 o'clock now. Our worship service is at 10 o'clock. We still have a parking lot service for those who are not comfortable coming in our building just yet. That's at 10 o'clock too. We have small groups that meet through Sunday for authentic connections with fellow believers of Jesus. And so right now in our world, everything is different, except that we would still love to have you worship God with us.
They laugh at your jokes, show up to work, or text back with a smiley face. But inside, they're fighting a silent battle. They smile to hide the pain. But mental health is real, even when it's invisible. So listen without judging. Don't let them feel alone. Behind that smile, someone's hurting and they might need you more than you think. Help is available 24/7. Call, text, or chat 988. This message is sponsored by the Milan Prevention Coalition.
This project is funded under a grant contract with the State of Tennessee Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services.
This is Mandy Pierce. For the past 9 years, I've had the privilege of serving you as your deputy circuit court clerk right here in Gibson County. Every day, I've worked alongside our judges, our attorneys, and our citizens to keep the courts running smoothly and efficiently. Now, I'm ready to take the next step and continue that service as your circuit court clerk. This isn't just a job to me, it's a calling. With experience, dedication, and a heart for the people of Gibson County, I'm asking for your vote in August 2026. For more information about my campaign, please visit my website, www.mandyforclerk.com.
Paid for by Friends to elect Mandy Pierce, Circuit Court Clerk, Cindy Flowers, Treasurer.
Back at Johnny Hill Stadium, Sam McElroy, Scott Massey with you. We continue the Newell Heating and Air pregame show about 27 minutes before the kickoff of this big region affair here tonight. As we said, Milan comes in undefeated 8-0 on the year, and Peabody 8-1. Interesting, Scott, that Milan was not able to get that other game. They had 2 off dates. And preseason, I talked to Coach Comer, and he said it should shape up really well. We got an off week, then we play a game, then we have another off week. We should be rested going into the playoffs. When I talked to him last night, such is the case. We got some players who have been injured that are coming back to play tonight, so it really sets up well for the Bulldogs having that break.
Yeah, when you looked at the schedule at the beginning of the year, you thought, Milan's only going to play 9 games this year. Like you said, Coach Comer, he took it as a positive and said, look, we're going to be very well rested. If we have some guys that have some nicks and bruises or dinged up throughout the year, we'll get them back by the end of the year, and that's exactly what we have with seniors Lincoln Real coming back tonight, and Beef Morris also going to play some tonight. And then Briar Smith a couple weeks ago against Halls got a little dinged up, didn't come play in the second half. I don't think it was much of anything, but he was able to get extra rest too. So Bulldogs, according to Coach Comer, back at full strength tonight, should have everybody available.
When you look at the Bulldogs, go back to, it's hard to believe that we're almost in November, come Saturday. I mean, look back to August. I mean, it's been, it seems like it's just flown by. But Milan has the first 2 games, Southside and South Gibson, both here at Johnny Hill Stadium. That may have been the difference because both of them were tough games. Southside gave Milan everything they could, and so did South Gibson, and Milan was able to beat 2-0. And I told Coach Comer in the postgame interview after South Gibson, we easily could have been 0-2 at that point because both of those teams came in here and played really well. And then you had Huntington on week 3. It's the only loss that Huntington has on the year. Huntington would love to progress in the playoffs and get to play Milan again. They would love that scenario, but they got to go a ways the way the bracket is set up this year. Then Milan had Chattanooga Prep come in on a Saturday game, then Gibson County, then JCM, then went up to Union City, and then had a bye week, and then Halls, and then a bye week again. So Milan's had an unusual schedule, only 8 games at this point instead of 9. But Milan has met the test, been undefeated, had some shutouts as well, and so they've met the test. Even when they faced a tough test early on, especially Southside and Gibson County, South Gibson, Milan was able to handle that and be 2-0 at that point. When you look at the Peabody Golden Tide, they were rolling along. They started, all of these are wins. Ripley at Humboldt, Gibson County, JCM, Douglas, Union City, Halls, Raleigh, Egypt, all of those were wins. 8 wins in a row. Were 8-0 going into last week. They had an off week before that game, but then went to Huntington. And, of course, we know what can happen there at Paul Ward Stadium in Huntington, Tennessee. Huntington and Peabody were tied 21-21 at the half, but Peabody did not score in the second half, and Huntington goes on to win that. Thus, Peabody comes in tonight 8-1 on the year. So this game is big for Peabody when it comes to playoffs. You believe they'll be in it, but where they position themselves will depend on the outcome tonight.
Yeah, this is a huge game for both teams tonight. It comes down to this for Milan. If the Bulldogs can win tonight, they will win the region. They will be the 1 seed, and they will host next week and host for the first 3 rounds if they continue to play on. If Peabody wins tonight, in a couple different scenarios, they're no worse going to be the 2nd seed. Could possibly be the 1 seed, depending on how Huntington does tonight. So lots to play for both teams. You got to think the winner is going to be at home next week in the playoffs. The loser is going to go on the road, likely somewhere in Memphis next week. So big, huge game here. It's a rivalry game anyway, but when you add those stakes to it, just magnifies it even more.
Tonight was senior night here at Johnny Hill Stadium. I said was because they've already had the festivities down on the field with the players and the cheerleaders and the band members and recognizing them and their parents, and rightfully so, because those folks, those student athletes, those cheerleaders, those band members put a lot into what they do, and not only months this season, but year after year after year, these seniors, and they were rightfully so recognized here tonight. So senior night, a big night for them. Peabody fans are coming in across the way, about 75% full across the way. We still got about 22 minutes before kickoff. We believe they'll be full across the way. The Milan fans are coming in a little cooler, a lot different than tonight in August when we started this season.
Yeah, we've been very fortunate to almost every week we've had just perfect weather, with the exception of the Huntington game at home where we kind of had the lightning delay in the second half. But this is the first game where you can say this is real fall football weather. Not too cold, so come on out. You still have time to get here. Players, they'll be perfectly fine. Some of them may be in long sleeves, but once you get the game going and into the flow, it'll be, nice and toasty for them. So great football weather, great weather tonight. We've had a few days of rain. It's perfect tonight, so couldn't line up any better.
Well, my good friend Drew Tucker is our executive pastor at Bellevue Baptist, where I served down in Memphis, came with me tonight. I picked him up at his house, and he walks out. He's got his Florida State pullover on. His son, Austin, is a coach at Florida State. He played at Arkansas, and, of course, Florida State beat my Alabama Crimson Tide in week 1, and he wanted to wear that tonight.
Did you make him sit in the back seat then?
I should have. I should have put him in the trunk, or I should have put him. So we walked down on the field. I was going to say walk down on the field to see the coaches and Coach Vowell and Coach Hudson, and Coach Hudson's been very gracious to give me their material this week, their lineups and the rosters and all like that. I'm very appreciative of Coach Hudson and what he's done for him, Paul Hudson for the Peabody Golden Tide, and Coach Vowell as well. And spoke with Coach Comer for a few minutes, and Coach Tucker looked at me and said, now this is football weather. This is the way it's supposed to be. It's kind of cool, a little chill in the air, and that's what it ought to be. That's football time. Although Robin and I know some cold nights, and I think our coldest was years ago at Huntington, probably in the playoffs. I've never been that cold before, and it was really cold. We've had some cold ones, and this is just comfortable tonight. Probably going to be in the 40s, and it'd be comfortable tonight, but it's football weather. We'll take another break, come back, give you the up-to-date stats of the Milan Bulldogs offensively and defensively. We'll have the starters brought to you by Alexander Thompson and Arnold. The coin toss about Macon Milan. We continue with the Newell Heating and Air pregame show. Back in a moment on the Victory 93.7.
Hi, this is
Back at Johnny Hill Stadium, Sam McElroy, Scott Massey with you. We continue with the Newbold Heating and Air pregame show about 8 minutes, 20 seconds before the kickoff here for this one. And much to be said about these two teams. Peabody with only one loss on the year, Milan undefeated coming into tonight's game. We talked about the playoff possibilities. We'll talk about that more at the end of the game tonight. But, Scott, you've got stats, up-to-date stats for Milan thus far this year. We got some good ones listening to this.
Yeah, so these are going to be our offensive stats for the Bulldogs this year through 8 games. So we've got Zach Summers, the quarterback. He is 50 of 76 on the year for 905 yards. He has 12 passing touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Rushing the ball for the Bulldogs, you have the leader is Jaden Pete and Carson Kelly, both with 86 carries. Pete with 664 yards and 13 touchdowns. Carson Kelly, 472 yards and 3 touchdowns. You've had Terrence Moses has added 16 carries, 171 yards, 3 touchdowns. Zach Summers also has 32 carries for 202 yards. Receiving, like we had last game against Halls, we threw the ball a lot more during that game. I think Summers was 14 of 20 for 202 yards, 3 touchdowns. His leading receiver this year is Sonny Johnson, 20 catches, 423 yards, and 8 touchdowns. Jay Donaldson is the second receiver. He's got 11 receptions for 117 yards and a touchdown. Moses, 6 receptions, 76 yards. Jaden Pete, 5 receptions, 174 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then Jay Cole has 4 receptions, 55 yards, and 1 touchdown. This year, the Bulldogs have passed for 905 yards and rushed for 1,675. That's a total of 2,580 yards through 8 games for an average of around 322 yards a game. So good job by the Bulldogs, good balance there, not only just passing and rushing, but also distributing it between the running backs, between Carson Kelly and Jaden Pete, because we talked about this. We talk about it all the time. Both those guys play both ways. They both play linebacker. They play running back. They're key, and they're important on both sides of the ball for the Bulldogs. Coach Comer doing a great job keeping both those guys fresh.
One of the interesting stats there is that Jaden Pete was 600-plus yards rushing. Last year he had over 2,000 to win the Mr. Football of 2A of the state of Tennessee. But just to show you the kind of person he is, he told Coach Comer weeks ago they wouldn't have any use him against some of the lesser opponents. He said, Coach, I'm fine. I've won that award. I don't need it again. I just want us to win. I just want to win the championship. You know, he's such a fine young man. As a team player, he leads the team in tackles with 54 tackles. He had 95 tackles for the season last year, playing both ways. And so he's just a team player, and you really, really appreciate that. We're about 5.5 minutes left to go, and we'll come back, give you the starters, brought to you by Alexander Thompson Arnold here on the Victory 93.7. Back at Johnny Hill Stadium, Milan, Tennessee, here on the Victory 93.7. Sam McElroy, Scott Massey with you here, getting set for this big region matchup here tonight between the Milan Bulldogs and the Peabody Golden Tide. I actually said 5 minutes to go to the kickoff, but the scoreboard was blocking the one. It said 15 minutes, so we're about 13 minutes for the kickoff.
Well, we hadn't been here in over 5 weeks, Sam. All right, we got to get used to the elements here too now.
Used to the surroundings. We bring you the starters, brought to you by Alexander Thompson and Arnold, the Peabody Golden Tide, led by Coach Tab Bowell. He was a longtime assistant at Peabody, had been a head coach previously, took over this year as the new head coach and does a great job there. They're undefeated to last week when they met Huntington at Huntington and lost that one, but come in 8-1 on the year. Their starters, they've got some good ones, and here's one here. The wideout, number 5, a senior, 5'10", 175 pound, is Mikael Wilkes. The tight end is a senior, 6'2", 200-pounder, number 6, Ben Pruitt. The other wide receiver is senior, 175, number 7, Jamarcus Haynes. That's their wide receivers. Look at the offensive line. Left tackle, a senior, 5'11", 215 pounds, number 57, Chandler Milan. The left guard is junior, 6'1", 220 pounds, and that is number 66, Isaiah Torres. The center is a senior, 5'9", 230 pounder, number 79, Robert Wilkes. The right guard is senior, 5'11", 185 pounder, number 65, Nash Barker. The right tackle, find that on my list here. Yeah, there he is. Senior number 62, 5'10", 200 pounder. That's Emilio Barrentes, and he is the right tackle. We talked about the wide receivers and how good they are. The quarterback, he's a good one. He's a senior, 5'11", 190, number 12, Jonas Smith. He can spin it. He can run it as well. Their fullback is number 44, 5'9", 175 pounder, senior Ryan Bauer. And the quarterback, the running back, the tailback, is a very good as well. You'll hear his name called many times tonight. That's the senior, 6'2", 225 pounder. That's the load there at running back, number 10. That's Jaden Jennings. That's the offensive lineup for the Peabody Golden Tide of Coach Tab Vowell. We're about to start the national anthem here. The Milan Band and the Guard dressed wonderfully here tonight, all decked out, uniforms and all. The cheerleaders out in front of them. We're going to get the national anthem here in a moment. So we'll take another break, come back, give you the Milan starters, brought to you by Alexander Thompson and Arnold here on the Victory 93.7. back at Johnny Hill Stadium, Milan, Tennessee. 7 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock before the kickoff of this one. We continue with the Newell Heating and Air pregame show. We've given you the Peabody starters, brought to you by Alexander Thompson and Arnold. Here are the starters for Coach Wade Comer, the Milan Bulldogs, 8-0 on the year. Starting at left tackle, a sophomore, number 77, Brian Dixon. At left guard, a senior, number 70, C.T. Williamson. At center, number 75, senior Mason Allen. At right guard, back in the starting lineup tonight following a couple of weeks off with an injury, is number 63, Beef Lucas Morris, the senior. At right tackle, senior number 55, Briar Smith. A little movement across that offensive front, some different positions with players coming back, and that's good for Milan tonight. The tight end is big sophomore number 87, Manny Pittman. We're seeing him play more and more on both sides of the ball as the season have gone on. A wide receiver, senior number 7, Jay Cole. At the fullback is 45, sophomore Micah White. At a wide receiver is senior number 4, Terrence Moses. Another wide receiver is senior number 1, Sonny Johnson. The tailback, of course, is the Mr. Football from last year of the Class 2A, the TSSAA, is senior number 5, Jaden Peak. And the quarterback, junior number 8, Zach Summers. For offensive for Milan, they got 6 seniors, 1 junior, and 4 sophomores. We continue with the starting lineup for the Milan Bulldogs, brought to you by Alexander Thompson and Arnold. The defensive starters for the Milan Bulldogs will have the captains for you in just a minute. At the wheel linebacker, senior number 9, Tavon Harrell. At the at the weekend is a sophomore, number 45, Micah White. At the nose guard, moving the nose guard tonight is senior number 55, Briar Smith. At the defensive end is senior number 65. Back in the lineup, glad to see him here, and that's Lincoln Reel. At the Sam linebacker, sophomore, I told you about him improving week after week, sophomore number 87, Manny Pittman. At a corner, senior number 1, Sonny Johnson. And another defensive back, senior number 6, Dre Hawkins. At strong safety, senior number 4, Terrence Moses. At the Mike linebacker, junior number 2, Carson Kelly. We'll see him in there at running back as well tonight. At the plug linebacker, leading the team in tackles again this year, senior number 5, Jaden Peak. And the free safety is sophomore number 10, Ty Hollingsworth. Defensively for Milan, 7 seniors, 1 junior, and 3 sophomores. The Milan Bulldogs offensively and defensively for Coach Wade Comer and his staff. It should be a great one here tonight between these two teams. Peabody comes in 8-1 on the year, Milan 8-0 on the year. Milan head coach Wade Comer, assisted by Eric Knott, who came over from South Fulton High School. Bobby Sharp, longtime head coach and now assistant here at Milan. Coached here with John Wade Tucker many years ago and is a valuable part of this staff. Also, Alex Hayes, Christian Coleman, who played here at Milan, played at the University of Kentucky, has come back to coach here at Milan. Wade Comer's son, Brian Comer, Austin White, Kalen Atkinson, Kerry Craig, and the team chaplain is Johnny McCartney. That's the Milan Bulldogs, the starters offensively, defensively, and the coaches for the Milan Bulldogs. So a great possibility of this game. The Peabody stands are packed across the way. The Milan fans are still coming in. Not many seats left, and there's a lot of purple, Scott, in this place here tonight.
Yeah, as we thought it would be, a huge crowd on both sides tonight. Fans still piling in on both sides of the stand. So great night for football. A lot on the line tonight, but let's just sit back and enjoy the game tonight, and hopefully the Bulldogs will come out on top.
In a moment, we'll have the coin toss brought to you by the Bank of Milan. The captains have come to midfield or out on those sidelines at the 50-yard line. They'll soon make their approach out to the center of the field. Peabody will get the coin toss. They'll get to choose because they're the Viston team. Peabody in the black pants, white jerseys, the gold numerals, and the black headgears. Milan in the all-purple tonight. The purple headgear is the Bulldog logo on the side and the white numerals on this senior night. And Scott, a lot of seniors on this Milan Bulldog team, and they've had some great years here, and they want to finish it on a big note here tonight against the Peabody Golden Tide. And Milan's had some rivalries through the years. I used to kid Tim Haney. He was a longtime coach, played at Milan for Coach Tucker, coached at Peabody, and then now the superintendent there. And I used to kid him. They run that crossback over at Freed Field in Peabody and wear those black jerseys. I kidded him and told him I'm afraid they painted the footballs black. You couldn't see the ball the way they ran that crossback all the time. We've had some great battles through the years with Milan to Peabody. Captains in midfield. Scott, you got the captains.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for us tonight to see the Peabody numerals tonight with the yellow numbers, but we're going to give it our best shot. Captains for Peabody tonight, number 14, Desmond Griffin, number 7, Jamarcus Haynes, number 10, Jaden Jennings, and number 57, Chandler Milan. Your captains tonight for the Bulldogs, it's going to be the entire senior class. We've got number 55, Briar Smith, number 1, Sonny Johnson, number 3, Tyree Armstrong, number 75, Mason Allen, number 7, Jaden Cole, number 70, C.T. Williamson, number 9, Tavon Harrell, number 14, Drake Burnett, and number 6, Dre Hawkins. The 4 seniors going to the midfield is going to be number 63, Beef Morris, number 5, Jaden Pete, number 4, Terrence Moses, and number 65, Lincoln Real.
Peabody wins the toss. They will receive. They'll have their backs to the right. They'll be going toward the scoreboard, toward the chow wagon. Milan will be going from the left. So Peabody wants the ball to start the game, and Peabody will have it in their white. And again, like Scott said, they got yellow numerals on those white jerseys. They're kind of hard to pick up. We'll do the best we can. The Bulldogs, the captains, have gone back down to the inflatable Bulldogs to run in with the team here tonight. And one of my best memories is when we had that big storm that night, and that Bulldog got loose. That inflatable Bulldog went end over end toward the chow wagon, and it was a sight to see with that big thing blowing down the field. So we're about set for the kickoff, waiting for the teams to take the field. We'll take one more break. Back on the Victory, 93-7.
Hello, Gibson.
Well, we've had the pregame show, the coin toss, the starting lineups. We're set for the kickoff. The kick will be brought to you by Trimmer's Auto Body. They got 12 minutes on the clock. Both teams have taken the field. Peabody across the way. Their fans have packed the stands across the way. They're along the fence line as well. Bulldog fans are here. The band's taking their place after being down on the field with the national anthem, the prayer and the national anthem. They'll take their place down to our left. And the cheerleaders and Milan band do a great job week in and week out. It's a great atmosphere here tonight. Great weather for high school football or any kind of football. But it's the last week of the season, week number 11. Of course, we had week 0 and now week 11. And now the Bulldogs will host the Peabody Golden Tide. And Pennington will kick from the near hash. He has improved, Scott. Week after week, we've seen his kicks just improve. His place kicking, his extra points and field goals. He'll be kicking from the near hash, number 31, Aiden Pennington. Too deep for the Peabody Golden Tide. Down to our right is number 4 for the Peabody Golden Tide. That's Edward Agnew. Well, remember that name. They've had some Agnews through the years. And number 5 also is Mikael Wilkes, who's also a wide receiver. They get good skill people. They're quarterback, they're running back, they're wide receivers, tight end. They got good skill people.
And last week, we got to watch out on their kickoff return. Agnew took back a 99-yard kickoff return for a touchdown against Huntington last week. So we got to be careful here on the kickoff. They got dangerous returners. See what Aiden Pennington does here for the Bulldogs.
Pennington gets the signal. Short pooch kick to the middle of the field. A catch will run at the 20. Come across the 30. Be hit as he crosses the 30-yard line. Have maybe the 32-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Peabody there as they cross the 30 out to the 32-yard line. It's number 1, Destin Wells. They caught it. He's a freshman out. Came running from across the way at the hash up to the middle of the field. Catches it about the 30. He'll only get the 31-yard line. So good coverage by the Milan Bulldogs. And so Peabody 1st and 10 going right to left here in this first quarter here at Johnny Hill Stadium. Sam McElroy, Scott Massey with you. Bulldog football here on the Victory 93-7.
Yeah, number 20, Jeremiah Conley, number 2, Carson Kelly there on that coverage. Already some jawing talking back and forth between both teams, so this will be a highly there you go, back to pass.
Jonas Smith back to pass, and he's sacked in the backfield by number 45 for the Milan Bulldogs as he's set up to throw, and he's tackled there by Michael White. The loss from the 31 back to the 26-yard line. It's a 5-yard loss. It'll be 2nd down, 15 for Peabody.
I think what I was trying to say there, Sam, is it's going to be a highly contested game. It's going to have a lot of emotions from both teams here, already talking, and I just kind of stopped there because I watched Michael White get that sack from behind. Good play there. Great coverage there by that Bulldog secondary. So 2nd down, 15 to go for Peabody.
Smith in the shotgun formation. To his left shoulder is the running back, Jaden Jennings. They'll have a wing back to the left and single wideouts to both sides. We got a flag on the plate. Official across the way at the line, on the line, across the way in front of the Peabody bench because somebody must have lined up in the neutral zone.
Yeah, and I think they're going to make one of the Peabody receivers come out. He didn't have his his pants over his knee. So we're going to have a sideline warning on Peabody there.
A lot happening here in the early going, a sack and a warning about the uniform and sideline warning. So all for that, 2nd and 15 for Peabody. They're thinking wide out on the right in motion. Take it, give it to Jennings, the running right up to over right guard. He'll have not quite the 30-yard line, so not quite back to the original line of scrimmage. Running back Jennings takes the ball, and he's tackled by number 65, Lincoln Rio. Good to have him back in there, and Carson Kelly from his linebacker position. Lincoln's been dying to get back on the starting lineup, had a knee injury several weeks ago. He'll play defense tonight. Beef Marsh will play offense and get both of them back in the lineup. So 3rd down, 11 for Peabody. Possession down for the Peabody Golden Tide at the nose of the football, just shy of their own 30-yard line. PA announcer John getting them up, getting the Bulldog fans up on 3rd down. Shotgun formation for the quarterback, Smith. Straight drop back, looking to throw, going out over here. Nobody there but a Milan Bulldog. Sonny Johnson was the nearest man, so confusion there. Number 7 for the Peabody Golden Tide,
Haynes.
Jamarcus Haynes did a fly route down the field, and the quarterback thought he was going to take an out route, and nobody there, so incomplete. Bring up 4th down, 11 for Peabody. Defense does a good job for the Milan Bulldogs. 4th and 11, shy of the 30-yard line.
Yeah, good job there by that Bulldogs defense. Looks like the quarterback for them, Jonas Smith, when he dropped back, he had one person on his mind. He was going to try to throw that out there to Haynes. Good coverage there by the Bulldog defense.
Number 18, Franklin Elliott in punt formation. He'll kick it to Sonny Johnson. He'll field it. He dropped it. And then a fight for the ball. Did Sonny get it or did Peabody get it? Sonny came up and got it and then lost it. Let's see who ended up with it. I think Milan got it. It'll be 1st and 10 Milan. Whoa, that was so close. Sonny Johnson tried to pick it up on the bounce. It bounced off his shoulder pads. The Peabody Tide was there to put him down, but he was able to get a hold of the ball and take it to the turf. So, wow. 1st and 10 Milan from their own 34-yard line, going left to right here as you listen.
Yeah, good coverage there by Peabody. Sonny, he took it off the bounce, but I think he took it off the wrong bounce. If he would have done it, the bounce before would have come right up to him. Kind of that bad hop. Fortunate to get back on the fumble recovery there.
Another flag on the play as they come to the line of scrimmage, or just stoppage of play, not a play, not a flag.
Yeah, they're switching balls out.
It was a Peabody ball. They got to get a Milan ball in there. We don't want them balls that goes for a touchdown. That's what we want. Number 7, Jaden Cole, wide right. Sonny Johnson, wide left, the short side of the field. Zach Summers in the shotgun with Jaden Pete to his left shoulder. Love to see Pete have a big night tonight. Not had to use him much lately. They'll fake it to Jaden Pete and a flag on the play. A lot of stoppage in play here in the early going. Peabody 3 plays and out and a punting. Now Milan their first possession here. Peabody won the toss. Step off going to go against Milan. Must be an illegal procedure. 5-yard step off of the 34. Back to the 29, so it'll be 1st down 15. Peabody had 2nd down at 15. Now Milan's got 1st down at 15. Yeah. Number 11 for the Bulldogs, Jay Donaldson, comes in replacing 45 for the Bulldogs, Michael White.
It's going to be an S&S insurance penalty. Don't be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Call S&S Insurance, 686-8334.
Shotgun formation for Summers. Pete to his right shoulder. Turns, gives it to Jaden Pete, over center, spins out of a would-be tackler there, and then a host of Peabody Tide to hit him and spin him down there. He gets to about the 32-yard line, and that'll be all. So it'll be 2nd down and 12 for the Milan Bulldogs. Number 5, Mikael Wilkes on the tackle, and number 20, Michael Dunlap for the Peabody Golden Tide. 2nd down, now they put it 2nd and 11 out to the 33-yard line. 2nd down, 11 for Milan.
Yeah, just a straight, simple handoff there from the shotgun position to Pete. Ran it right up the middle. He did a good job to get the 4 yards there. Leaves the Bulldogs 2nd down, 11 to go, going left to right.
Sonny Johnson wide left. Number 7 for the Milan Bulldogs wide right. Fake to Jaden Pete. Pass quick out over here, and it's going to be almost intercepted. The defensive back cut in front there. That's number 5 for Peabody Golden Tide, Mikael Wilkes. It was intended for number 7 on a deep out there, Jaden Cole there for Milan. But number 5 did a good job to break on that ball, Mikael Wilkes, and just not able to get it over his outstretched hand. So possession down for Milan, 3rd down 11 at their own 33-yard line, going left to right with their backs to the scoreboard, headed toward the John Wayne Tucker Fieldhouse.
Peabody did a good job there, dropping coverage there. They had a defender underneath that route and over the top there on J. Cole. Bulldogs very fortunate there not to have that intercepted. So 3rd down, 11 to go.
Shotgun for Summers. Straight drop back, looking, sets up, rush coming. Got a man over there, and it's going to be complete to the 45-yard line. Sonny Johnson, he's got a man on him, but Sonny trying to get to the stick. And a good job by the tackle out at the 44-yard line. Tackle by number 2, Latavion Cannon. I thought the forward progress would give him the first down. He caught it past the marker, but then circled back short of the marker, and it's going to be 4th down. Looks like Milan's going to leave the offense on the field.
I think we're going to have a measurement here. Good job by that offensive line to give Summers plenty of time there, waited for that play to develop. Sonny, he went past the sticks there on a little comeback route, caught it, was still fighting for yardage right at the marker there. Like I said, the officials have called time, bringing in for a measurement. Let's see how close this is. Sam, what do you think?
Looks short to me looking this way, but of course I don't have good eyes. You know, what do I know? Looks like inches short. We'll see when they stretch that chain. I hope it's the first down. It's close. It's close, and it is. Just by the nose of the football. I like it when I'm wrong that way. That first down brought to you by S&S Insurance. For all your insurance needs, located right here by Johnny Hill Stadium, our friends at S&S Insurance.
And a good throw there by Summers as well. He hit Sonny right in the chest, right in the numbers, where he could try to make a play. Sonny, give him credit for fighting and getting that first down. Now it's 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs, going left and right. Just under 8 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 0-0.
Bulldogs twin receivers left, ball in the middle of the field. Single wide out to this side. They'll bring Sonny Johnson in motion. That's Terrence Moses. He'll cut it upfield. Number 4, he'll have inside the 50 to the 46-yard line. Good run there by Terrence Moses. He was the wide out, a slot man to the left. Came in motion, got the handoff, and put it right up the middle of the field. Good job by the offensive front on the blocking. Michael Dunlap, the sophomore, 5'8", 165-pounder, number 20 on the stop. A 9-yard pickup. I like the play call there. You thought he was going to sweep, but he took the handoff and cut it right up the gut there. And good job by the offensive front by Milan. 2nd and 1.
Yeah, that was a little wrinkle they've thrown in. Like I said, every other time this year, he's taken around the end. This time it was a counter right back up the middle, gain of 9.
Turn, give it to Jaden Pete. He's hit at the line of scrimmage. May have the first down, but that'll be it. Just very little yardage there. Number 4, Edward Agnew. The linebacker makes the stop, may have the first down, but it'll be by short way. We'll see if they say.
Yep.
It is the 1st and 10 for the Milan Bulldogs. That first down brought to you by S&S Insurance. Go by and see them here right next door to Johnny Hill Stadium, very conveniently located right in the middle of Milan. Our friends at S&S Insurance gives us that first down. Well, actually, the Milan Bulldogs gave it to us, but S&S Insurance sponsored it.
That's right.
Bulldogs back to the line of scrimmage quickly. Wide out right, twin receivers to the left. They turn, give it to Jaden Pete right up the middle. Spins out of a tackle, 40, 35. Oh, one tackle to beat, and they trip him up as he gets inside the 35-yard line. And he'd have been off to the races, Jamarcus Haynes. Good, sure tackle there, but another first down for the Milan Bulldogs. Jaden Pete, line of scrimmage was the 46-yard line, and a sideline warning for the Milan Bulldogs.
Bulldogs going no huddle here, trying to speed them up. Pete one step away from taking that all the way. Good job for that Bulldog offensive line.
Quickly, Milan to the line of scrimmage. Give it to Jaden Pete again. Off a right tackle. He'll try to bounce it outside. Inside the 30, inside the 25, down the near sideline to the 10. And be driven out of bounds at the 5-yard line. But they got yellow laundry on the field. It's going to be holding against Milan. Why is it every time an official sees a good play, they want to bring it back? So they're bringing it back on holding. Jaden Pete was going over right tackle, bounce it outside, but it's all coming back.
Yeah, I think the play was designed to go inside or just off the right end there. And when he kicked it outside, the receiver, J. Cole, was already engaged with his with the cornerback there. They got him for the hold. Negates that long run, but it is going to be a still first down for the Bulldogs, but it's going to be a first down in about 15.
It penalizes from the spot of the foul, so it's going to be first down, 15, 16, we say. Got to get down to about the 22. It's at the 39-yard line.
I do like what the Bulldogs are doing there, though. They're speeding up. They're in a hurry. Peabody's starting to suck wind already, getting hands on their hips. Bulldogs just trying to lay on them there. Carson Kelly in at tailback for the Bulldogs.
Summer shotgun formation. Carson Kelly to the right shoulder to give it to Carson Kelly. He'll bounce it over right guard. Inside the 35. Down to the 30. Goes Carson Kelly for the Milan Bulldogs. Good patient running. I know I say it every week, but he's so patient the way he runs. That's Jaden Jennings on the stop. Also the tailback for Peabody. He makes the stop. They make 6 yards, so it's second down and 9 after the penalty.
Going back, getting in a hurry up again.
Summer shotgun, gives it to Carson Kelly up the middle, nosing forward. He'll have maybe the 27-yard line. Going to be third down, possession down, but you got to believe that Milan is in the 4-down territory here.
Yeah, Lincoln Real going to come in here on the offensive line. Good job there by Carson Kelly getting that handoff, being patient, just pushing the pile up forward. So it's going to be 3rd down, 5 to go for the Bulldogs, going left to right from the Peabody 27-yard line. 5:25 to go here in the first quarter, 0-0. Carson Kelly going to stay in at tailback.
This time the Bulldogs go back to the huddle. This time they come to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 5 for the Milan Bulldogs inside the 30-yard line. Summers in shotgun formation and another flag on the play.
I think we're going to have a timeout here by Peabody.
Timeout Peabody. They didn't like something they saw. This timeout brought to you by Security Bank and Trust. So the Peabody Golden Tide takes the timeout. It's Bulldogs 3rd down and 5 at the 27-yard line, going left to right here in this first quarter. We'll take a break here on the Victory 93.7.
High Point.
Substance abuse is never the answer. It's time to make healthy choices. Push yourself to new limits. Let your talents soar. Find solace in the rhythm of music and life. Strengthen your body and mind. Explore new worlds through imagination. Unleash your creativity. Lean on a good friend that you can trust. For tips on how to make healthy choices, call the Obion or Weakley County Prevention Coalitions or visit their websites.
To go in this third quarter, no score thus far. Peabody won the toss and had 3 plays and out. Milan took it at their own 34-yard line and has driven it down to the 27-yard line. It's 3rd down and 5 from Milan at the Peabody 27. Milan had a first down on a Pete run to the 5, but a holding call brought that back. Milan has advanced it now to the 27-yard line. So Jaden Pete back in there, running back to the right shoulder of Zach Summers, single wide out to the left, wide out to the right, and Pete going to take it over left tackle. He's hit as he gets to the 25-yard line, tried to cut it in, and a good job there by Jaden Jennings from his linebacker position to keep Pete at bay there. So it's going to be a pickup of maybe 1. It'll be 4th down and 4 from Milan, just outside the Peabody 25-yard line. Big call here for the Bulldogs, 4th and 4 at the Peabody 25. And when you looked at it from our angle, it looks like Jaden Pete was going to have a crease there, but Jennings from his linebacker position filled that hole very quickly.
Yeah, when he tried to cut back to the middle there, Jennings did a great job for Peabody. He met him in the hole there, and he took him down right there. 4th down, 4 to go from Milan.
Shotgun for Summers. Gives it to Jaden Pete. He'll cut it inside the 20. He'll have his first down. Jaden Pete takes that handoff, and he took that head and put it down, and he took it to the goal, took it to the first down marker. Number 20, Michael Dunlap on the stop for Peabody. That first down brought to you by S&S Insurance. Pardon me, we're now in that red zone, the High Point Storage red zone inside the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, Milan back to the line of scrimmage. Summers back to throw. Quick out to Jaden Pete in the flat. He'll try to break a tackle at the 20, but not able to do it. Yeah, he does. He gets away, but the official had already blown it dead. Let him play, ref. Let him play, they say. He got loose at the 20, but they had already blown it dead. Number 10, Jaden Jennings on the stop again from his linebacker position. And the play failed again. We'll call it 2nd down and 10 inside that 20 at the 19-yard line. I like the play call, but Jennings did a great job from his linebacker position. He's also the starting running back as well, and he would not let Jaden Pete go, and that's a pretty good job when you tackle Jaden Pete and hold him up.
Yep. We're going to bring Carson Kelly in here on the 2nd down and 10 from the 19-yard line.
Milan with single wide outs to both sides. Twin receivers actually to the right, single wide out to the left. Shotgun for Summers. Empty backfield for Summers. Going to bring Carson Kelly back in the backfield to be behind Summers, and another flag on the play. They're active tonight. Illegal procedure against Milan. So instead of 2nd and 11, it's going to be 2nd and 16.
Yeah, that false start is going to be brought to you by S&S Insurance. Don't be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Call S&S Insurance at 686-8334. 3:08 to go here in the first quarter. Scoreless. Bulldogs on the move here. Got it 2nd down and 15 from the 24-yard line, going left to right.
Bulldogs go back to the huddle. They've been doing a lot of quick plays this drive. It started back at their own 34-yard line as they stopped Peabody on 3 plays and out. So Milan with a full house backfield. Summers, the shotgun, with a back to both sides of him. Summers gives it to Carson Kelly. Tries to get around the left side. He's going to be hit in the backfield. They're going to get a face mask. He'll get loose, reverse his field, and come this way. He's going to be hit down at the 40-yard line, but they're going to get a face mask on number 4, Edward Agnew, that grabbed Carson Kelly in the face mask, so it'll be a penalty, and Milan get that play over again. But Peabody smelled it out.
Yeah.
Carson Kelly going to the left, took it from the right side around, trying to get outside on the left, and Peabody was there in the backfield, but the face mask is going to nullify that. Personal foul, face mask against the Peabody Golden Tide. The flag lays at about the 33-yard line. I think it'll be a 15-yard step-off. That's a big break for Milan because Peabody had Carson Kelly way back in the backfield.
Yeah, they did a great job there. Peabody did a shooting the gas there, getting Carson Kelly. Bulldogs very fortunate there where it looked like they had Carson Kelly wrapped up one-on-one. Fortunately for Milan, they used the face mask there, so it is going to be an S&S insurance penalty. Don't be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Call S&S Insurance, 686-8334. Tell me if you heard this one before, Sam. Second down, 1 to go for the Bulldogs at the 10-yard line.
Second and 1 at the 10-yard line. What a huge penalty. They had Carson Kelly back at the 40-yard line and the 15-yard step-off from the point, and now they bring it back out across the 10. So let's see where they put it down, about the 13-yard line, I think. So it'll be second down for Milan, second down and 3 for the Bulldogs. Summer shotgun formation, Carson Kelly to his left shoulder. Turns, gives it to Carson Kelly. No, he fakes it. He throws it pass. Touchdown, Milan. He faked it to Carson Kelly and Sonny Johnson just like he did at Halls for 3 times. Got the inside release on the one-on-one coverage on the left side over there. Excuse me, and Sonny Johnson was able to make that touchdown. He did a great job at Halls getting the inside release on the cornerback. He did the same thing there, but a great job by Summers to fake it to Carson Kelly, then raise up and hit Sonny Johnson on a 12, 13-yard touchdown. That touchdown brought to you by Chapel Hill Baptist Church. Hayden Pennington attempt the extra point. The kick is up in the air, a little short, but he got it over the bar. That kick brought to you by Trimmers Auto Body, and it's good. Milan 7, Peabody nothing, 2:35 to go in this first quarter. First quarter brought to you by Precision Auto Body. Back in a moment on the Victory 93.7.
Substance abuse is never the answer. It's time to make healthy choices. Push yourself to new limits. Let your talents soar. Find solace in the rhythm of music and life. Strengthen your body and mind. Explore new worlds through imagination. Unleash your creativity. Lean on a good friend that you can trust. For tips on how to make healthy choices, call the Obion or Weakley County Prevention Coalitions or visit their websites.
Since 1967, Quality Fence Company in Milan has been offering the West Tennessee community quality and affordable fences. Quality Fence Company will customize wood, vinyl, aluminum chain link, or ornamental wrought iron fences specifically to the customer's needs or wants. For your next fence installation or repair, consider your friends at Quality Fence Company. Visit them on Facebook at Quality Fence Company or call 731-783-3555. Quality Fence Company, serving all of West Tennessee. Online at qualityfencejackson.com.
It's at about the 27-yard line. Peabody's second possession will start right there. Milan started their drive from their own 34-yard line, and then the 12-yard touchdown pass from Zach Summers to Sonny Johnson was complete. Aiden Pennington's kick was good, and Milan now leads it 7-0.
Yeah, good job there, Aiden Pennington there on that kick. Peabody with that fair catch inside the 30-yard line. You know, that touchdown pass to Sonny Johnson there was all set up by that Bulldog run offense. We've been running it. That safety keeps creeping in. We faked the handoff. Sonny Johnson wide open. Summers hit him right in the numbers for that touchdown. Peabody's going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line going right to left. 2:35 to go here in the first quarter. Bulldogs up 7-0.
Shotgun formation. They bring it to Jennings, the running back coming this way. He's hit in the backfield, will fall forward, maybe for a little forward progress, and that will be all. Number 10, James Jennings, their running back, took the handoff from quarterback Smith. Right handoff, right halfback coming around the left side. Tackle made by Michael White, number 45. Play failed again. It'll be second down 10.
Good job there by number 87 to the defensive end, Manny Pittman. He set the edge there for that Bulldog defense, wouldn't let Jennings get outside, was the first one there to make contact until Michael White came over there. No gain, second down, 10 to go for Peabody.
Smith, the quarterback, shotgun. Jennings to his right shoulder. Single wideouts to both sides. Looking to throw. Got a deep out across the way, and it is caught over there. Did he catch it in bounds? I'm not sure, and they said out of bounds. He did make a great over the outside shoulder, inside the 50. Peabody receiver there, but it's incomplete because he caught it out of bounds. So it'll be third down, 10 for Peabody. possession down for Peabody back at their own 27-yard line.
That was a great effort, great actually catch there for Jamarcus Haynes, number 7 for Peabody. He just caught it out of bounds. And watching a lot of their games this year, Jamarcus Haynes is a phenomenal receiver, Sam. He's talented. He can catch the ball. When he catches it, he can make people miss, and he's got speed to take it all the way. Good job there by that Bulldog defense, though, to put pressure there on Jonas Smith.
Quarterback under center with a fullback and a tailback in there. Turn, fake it to the tailback. He's got a hit in the backfield. Number 9 for the Milan Bulldogs. A blitz on the backside. Late Tavon Harrell hits the quarterback in the backfield. He's sacked back in the backfield. There's going to be fourth down and chow wagon to go for the Peabody Golden Tide back at the 14-yard line. What a play by Tavon Harrell. He was the corner to the backside, and he just let his ears back, and he hit the quarterback for the Peabody Golden Tide, Jonas Smith, before he ever could see him coming. Smith had his back to him, ready to throw, and never saw him coming, and he hits it for the sack. Punter will stand at his goal line. Sonny Johnson will stand at the Peabody 45-yard line. Snap is there. Kick is away. A low kick, wobbly kick, kicks it away from Sonny Johnson. He'll go back, pick it up at the 40. Come across the middle of the field, across the 45, looking for running room near the 47-yard line, the Milan 47-yard line. Sonny Johnson got something out of nothing there and did a good job there for the Milan Bulldogs. Gray Buchanan and Philip Elliott on the stop for the Peabody Golden Tide. That kick brought to you by Trimmers Auto Body. So it's first down and 10 Milan, their second possession to start here in this first quarter. 49 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Bulldogs will set up shop at their own 47-yard line.
You know, that play there by Tavon Harrell blitzing from his outside linebacker position there. On that play, it was 3rd and long. Peabody, they line up under center. They go play action, roll out with the quarterback, but Tavon's right there, beat his guy, and put the quarterback down. Last week when I was watching the film on Peabody, they did a lot of play action throwing. So good job by that Bulldog defense.
Summers in the shotgun, empty backfield. By now, Jaden Pete will come and line up with him in the backfield. Turns, gives it to Jaden Pete. He'll be hit at the line of scrimmage, be across the midfield, still driving. Look at that leg drive. They hit him shy of the 50-yard line. He's all the way down to the 45-yard line. They just could not get him down. That's Jaden Pete at his best there. They put him down at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 7. Be second down and 3. Isaiah Torres, number 66. Got a lot of players for Peabody playing both ways. Shotgun formation. And now Jaden Pete, empty backfield, will come back to the backfield, right shoulder of Summers. Second down and 3. Option, and Terrence Moses coming on the side, inside the 40, down the near sideline and knocked out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
Got a big penalty, though.
Faked the handoff to Jaden Pete, and then Moses was the back in the backfield with a slot man coming down behind the quarterback Summers, ran the old option play, pitched it to him, and he's into the secondary, and they're going to go holding again against Milan again. The long play, the second longest play for Milan tonight, and both of them have been brought back via the penalty.
Yeah, that's a good play there by Milan, and a new play. They set it up on the play prior to it where Pete comes in motion. Summers takes the snap from shotgun. Last time he handed it off to Pete, Moses went behind him. This time he faked it to Pete, ran a little option to the right with Moses, pitched it to him, got down the field. I think we're going to have holding on Sonny Johnson down the field. It still may be enough for an S&S Insurance first down, which it is, but could have been a lot longer down there. Good play, great call. We've seen some new wrinkles from the Bulldogs already in this first half. Great to see that. That's where that extra week off.
Absolutely.
You can get installed some new stuff. So.
Bulldogs did get the first down. The penalty was on the spot of the foul. They'd already made the first down. It'll be 1st and 10, Milan Bulldogs at the 38-yard line of Peabody.
7 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Bulldogs up 7-0.
Shotgun formation for Summers. Turns, gives it to his running back to the left shoulder. That's Jaden Pete. Inside the 35, near the 30-yard line goes Jaden Pete, and he'll have good yardage. The line of scrimmage was back at the 38-yard line. Number 7, Jamarcus Haynes on the stop. That'll end that first quarter for the Milan Bulldogs, leading 7-0. This first quarter brought to you by Precision Auto Body. We'll take a break, come back for quarter number 2 as the Bulldogs lead at 7-0 here on the Victory 93.7.
Since 1967, Quality Fence Company in Milan has been offering the West Tennessee community quality and affordable fences. Quality Fence Company will customize wood, vinyl, aluminum chain link, or ornamental wrought iron fences specifically to the customer's needs or wants. For your next fence installation or repair, consider your friends at Quality Fence Company. Visit them on Facebook at Quality Fence Company or call 731-783-3555. Quality Fence Company, serving all of West Tennessee. Online at qualityfencejackson.com.
Ready to start the second quarter here at Johnny Hill Stadium. Sal McElroy, Scott Massey with you here in the victory 93-7. 7-0. Milan leads it. Milan scored, starting their drive, at the 34-yard line. The 12-yard touchdown pass from Zach Summers to Sonny Johnson was the touchdown pass. Again, that inside release that Sonny Johnson did so well at Halls a couple of weeks ago with 3 touchdown passes at the time he got the inside release. But Summers did a good job on the fake to the halfback, then raised up and hit Sonny Johnson at the goal line there, and it was wide open. So here's Milan, second down and 4 at the Peabody 32-yard line. Second quarter brought to you by Premier Dental. Carson Kelly in there at running back now. Twin receivers right, the short side of the field, single wide out this way. They give it to Carson Kelly. I think he'll have his first down. Comes over left guard across the 30 or inside the 30, be down about the 28-yard line. And a tackle made by number 62, Emilio Barenas. And it'll be third down and 1. Third down 1 from Milan inside the 30-yard line at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, on that play there, when Kelly took the handoff, I think it was designed to go outside. He saw an opening in the middle, just hit that hole really good, gained a 3, so it's going to be third down 1 to go for Milan inside the 30-yard line, going right to left. Bulldogs up 7-0 here in the second quarter.
Carson Kelly to the right shoulder of Zach Summers. Twin receivers right, single wide out, short wide out to the left side, the wide side of the field. Summers takes it, gives it to Carson Kelly. He has a little bit of room there. He'll break a tackle at the 20. Inside the 15 goes Carson Kelly, just bouncing off the tacklers over right guard to the 20, to the 15. He's down on the 14-yard line. Carson Kelly tackled by number 11, Gray Buchanan for the Peabody Golden Tide. Again, the patience of Carson Kelly, just waiting till the play develops. And even though they had him, he broke loose. He's inside the 15-yard line. It'll be first and 10 Milan at the 14-yard line, and inside that high point storage red zone. Third gives it off, and it's a hit down right at the line of scrimmage. Kelly takes it by a very little gain there, right up the middle there, and he's up into there by number 62, Emilio Barenas. And so that'll be second down and 10 for Milan. Jaden Peete coming back in the ballgame for Carson Kelly. And again, Carson's playing linebacker tonight, too. Yeah. Kelly and Peete both played linebackers, very efficient on both sides of the ball, but getting some breaks for each other.
Yeah, and I think on that previous run there, Kelly, he did a great job. He was hit at the 20-yard line, but you said use his patience, use his speed and his power to go inside the 15-yard line. Now it's second down, 10 to go for the Bulldogs.
Shotgun formation for Summers. Jaden Peete back in there, running back. Twin receivers right, single wide out to the left is Sonny Johnson. They give it to Jaden Peete. He'll have running room inside the 10-yard line, be down to about the 8-yard line, maybe the 9. We'll see where they put it down. It'll be third down for Milan. Just underway this second quarter, brought to you by Premier Dental. Michael Dunlap, the 5'8", 165-pound sophomore, number 20 on the stop for Peabody Golden Tide. Third down 4 for Milan. You got to believe 4-down territory here for Milan. Up 7-0 here on the victory 93-7.
Michael White checking in for an extra blocker. Jay Donaldson going to come out.
Peete the running back, left shoulder of Zach Summers, the quarterback. Single wide outs to both sides now. Sonny Johnson, the wide out to the left, going to go in motion. And a whistle on the play.
Another flag on the play here. Maybe the Bulldogs maybe started a little bit early. See what the officials say here.
Lots of yellow laundry here tonight. Peabody players are pointing against Milan. So instead of third down 4, it's going to be third down and 9. That put it back at about the 13-yard line.
You know, with Pennington last week getting his first field goal of the year, you think if the Bulldogs, don't pick up the full 8 or 9 here, or maybe just get 3 or 4, maybe you line Pennington up for the field goal. But we'll see what the Bulldogs do here. Third down, 8 to go from the 13-yard line, going right to left, 9 minutes to go to half. Bulldogs up 7-0, but the Bulldogs are driving.
2 score, always being up 2 scores is important. It just depends on what the coaching staff thinks. So Milan to the line of scrimmage. Half back to the right shoulder of Zach Summers. Single wide outs to both sides. Turns. And takes it to the run back. No, he gives it to him. That's Terrence Moses in there. He'll have inside the 10, about the 9, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Terrence Moses was in there at running back. Get you some fresh legs. Show some quick feet there. Number 20, Michael Dunlap on the stop. So it's 4th and 5, Milan. Number 11 comes in for the Milan Bulldogs. So it looks like they're going to leave the offense on the field. That's Jay Donaldson who comes in for Terrence Moses. So Milan 4th and 5 at the 9-yard line. They can get a first down inside the 5. Big play here for the Milan Bulldogs. Zach Summers, shotgun formation. Jaden Pete to his left shoulder. Twin receivers left. Single wide out to the short side to the right. Zach Summers takes it. Gives it to Jaden Pete. He'll bounce it outside. He knows. You know what he did. He took it 9 yards for the Bulldog touchdown. Touchdown, Milan Bulldogs, brought to you by Chapel Hill Baptist Church. It was 4th and 5 at the 9-yard line, and Jaden Pete got the handoff, hesitated just a moment. You thought he was going down. He said, no, I'm not going down. I'm going in the end zone. 9 yards.
Not only did he not go down, I'm not sure he was touched after the line of scrimmage. Great job there by Pete and that offensive line. Great drive by the Bulldogs.
Good running backs have good eyesight, and he saw the opening, and he took it. Pennington to hit the extra point. Kick is in the air toward the scoreboard. It's up. It's good. Milan 14. Peabody nothing. 7:56 to go in this second quarter. Brought to you by Premier Dental, but we got a flag on the play. Brought to you by S&S Insurance. They'll be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Check them out at 686-8334. The kick was good, so it may be a post-kick foul.
I think the Peabody guy might have jumped over the line or might have even hit the long snapper there. So let's see what the official calls. It was after. I think it is going to be on Peabody. The officials coming over here to talk to Coach Comer, see what he wants to do with this. If they're allowed to, I think the Bulldogs will take this on the kickoff. But either way, great drive there by the Bulldogs. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns for the Bulldogs. Great, efficient running by the Bulldogs. Timely passing when they need to. We can just clean up these penalties here on offense. You know, the false start and stuff really be rolling.
JP takes it 9 yards and ups the Milan score to 14-0 with 7:56 to go here in the second quarter.
And that penalty was on Peabody, and Coach Comer has elected to take it on the kickoff, so it was a personal foul. Instead of kicking off from their own 40-yard line, the Bulldogs will be kicking off from the Peabody 45-yard line, going right to left, up 14-0 with 7:56 to go here in the second quarter.
Aiden Pennington is licking his chops right now.
Coach,
let me kick it, Coach. Let me kick it long. Let me kick it deep. Only 45 yards to kick it in the end zone, which you cannot run it out of the end zone in high school football. They've got a great return game. They had a 99-yard touchdown run back last week against Huntington. We'll see. Kicks from the near hash, 31, Aiden Pennington. Their deep men will stand back at the 5-yard line. He'll approach. And he does. He kicks it deep. It'll go into the end zone for the touchback. Just what Aiden Pennington wanted. Said, Coach, give me that chance. He did. He kicks it in the end zone. It's one of the best weapons in high school football.
Yep.
You got a good kicker, and you can kick it in the end zone. No return whatsoever. So Peabody have it their third possession, 1st and 10 with 7:56 to go in the second quarter, brought to you by Premier Dental.
Yeah, good job there, Aiden Pennington. He talked the coaches into it, and he did exactly what he needed to. He kicked that midway into the end zone there. So it's going to be a touchback for Peabody. 1st and 10, going left to right from their own 20-yard line. Bulldogs up 14-0. 7:56 to go here till halftime. Let's see if Peabody starts to open it up here and starts throwing the ball a little bit. Got to be careful with Jamarcus Haynes at receiver for Trenton.
They bring the slot man on the left coming in motion. They give it to Jennings, the running back. He'll hit at the 20-yard line, and that'll be all. So no gain. Looks like he's going to have a little crease there, but Milan closed quickly there. Number 75, Mason Allen, and number 5, Jaden Pete. Pete leads the Bulldogs in tackles as he did last year. It's shy of the 20-yard line. We'll call it 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, I think this is where, like you were talking earlier, the Peabody line, a lot of guys going both ways for them. The Bulldogs on offense, not only were they just running on them and just, pushing against them, but they were up tempo as well. So they're not getting a break once they go to the offensive side of the ball. Now it's time for the Bulldogs to use their athleticism and their strength to kind of push that Peabody line away.
Smith, the quarterback, in shotgun formation, straight drop back, looking, going in the middle. No, he's going to run it, going to come out of there, get to the 20, and be hit down there shy of the 25-yard line. Couldn't find anybody open there, and tackled by number 2, Carson Kelly for the Milan Bulldogs. Had a little bit of running room, and it closed quickly. Line of scrimmage is a 20. Football, nose of the football, shy of the 24. So it'll be 3rd down, possession down again for Peabody. 3rd down and 6 at their own 24-yard line, going left to right here in this second quarter, brought to you by Premier Dental.
Yeah, good job by that Bulldogs secondary. Jonas Smith, when he dropped back the pass, knew what he wanted, wanted to go across the middle and to his left. Nobody there. He did a good job stepping up in the pocket, getting what he could, gain of 4, so 3rd down, 4 to go for Peabody.
Quarterback shotgun formation. Jennings, the running back, to his right shoulder. Movement across the front. Milan jumped across. I'm not sure if they were drawn off or not, but several Milan defensive front guys jumped into the neutral zone. We'll see. Was it a legal procedure? And officials are going to talk about it.
Yeah, I think this one's going to go against the Bulldogs here. What Trenton did at the line is when they came to the line, their lineman, the quarterback looked to the sideline for the audible and stuff. The lineman popped up all at once to get a new call. Milan jumped across the line. I don't think the Peabody line was set, so I don't think they could have false started on that. But there is a long discussion there with the officials. I think we got 4 of them there talking about it. So we'll see what we're going to have here on this S&S insurance penalty.
Peabody players are not happy. They call legal procedure against Milan, and so I'm against Peabody, so they'll step it back. They had it 3rd down and 6 to go, and they'll put it back at the 19-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down, 11. 3rd down, 11, possession down for Peabody.
Yeah, they'll need to get to the 30-yard line for their 1st down. 6:18 to go here in the first quarter. Clock continues to count down. In the first half, Bulldogs up 14-0. Peabody 3rd and 11 from their own 19-yard line, going left to right.
Twin receivers to the right, the wide side of the field, a single wide out to the left as quarterback shotgun formation. Jennings, the running back, stands in there with him. Pass going deep down the field, got a man there, and it is knocked away by Sonny Johnson. Good coverage there inside the 50-yard line, and Sonny Johnson able to knock it away. Terrence Moses celebrates the big play. We got a flag in the backfield, back down to our left.
Got roughing the passer here on that. Sonny Johnson made a great play at cornerback. He was stride for Haynes there. Found the ball while it was in the air and knocked it down. Good coverage there. But it is going to be a Peabody 1st down on that S&S insurance penalty. Don't be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Call S&S Insurance, 686-8334. Roughing the passer on the Bulldogs is going to result in their first down of the game.
First down for Peabody comes with 5:52 to go here in this second quarter, and they'll have it 1st and 10 out at their own 34-yard line. Again, they bring twin receivers to the right, wide side of the field, the ball on the left hash. Snap it to Wildcat formation. He'll take it down the far sideline across the way, be near the stick across the way. Had a Wildcat formation there. Running back took the snap and took it all the way out to almost the 10-yard marker. We'll see if he got the 1st down. They put him shy of the 1st down. It'll be 2nd down and 1. Peabody Golden Tide, a little wrinkle there with the Wildcat formation and put it at the 43-yard line, 2nd down and 1.
You know, how many times have you seen, Sam, when a defense gets off the field, it would have been a 4th down and 11, but because of that penalty, that roughing the passer, Peabody got their first down. Now they got a big play at 9 yards on 1st down. Got a little bit more energy, a little life there for the Peabody Golden Tide.
Quarterback Smith, shotgun formation, one running back to his left shoulder. Twin receivers right, single wide out to the left. And then running back Jennings driving. He may have the 45, and that will be all, but it'll be a 1st down. It's 2nd down and 1. I think they'll give him forward progress to the 45. Lincoln Real, good to have him back in there in that defensive front. They put him down at the 44-yard line. I thought he had the 45. It was well past the 1st down marker, but now they're going to measure it.
Yeah, I'm like you. I thought he got enough for that 1st down. Good job, Lincoln Real there. Number 65, good to have him back this week for the Bulldogs. We're going to have a measurement here on this big 2nd down and 1 measurement here.
Lincoln Real had a knee injury several weeks ago. They chose not to do surgery and rehab it and try to strengthen it so he could play as a senior. This is his 1st game back. Looks like it's going to be short. Let's see. Now they said 1st down.
That's an insurance.
I told you I couldn't see.
I've known that for a while.
Thank you very much. So 1st and 10, Peabody, their 2nd of the half, 2nd of the game. At the 44-yard line. I thought his forward progress was 45. Wasn't going to be close, but they put him back at the 44.
Let's see if Peabody uses this now that they've kind of gotten into some positive yardage for them. See if they try to take a shot here during the I formation, maybe with a play-action pass here.
Quarterback Smith under center with an I formation behind him. Brings the fullback in motion. He'll set up now. They'll give it to Jennings right there behind that blocker. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. The Purple People Eaters put him back on the turf. Good job there. They took the fullback and let him shift to the left, and then they gave it to Jennings right behind him over left guard, and another flag on the play.
I think this is going to go against the Bulldogs here. unsportsmanlike on the Bulldogs.
Milan celebrating the play. We've seen this early in the year, and they got a handle on it where Milan would celebrate. And so now via the penalty, column 3 on this drive, Peabody now their third first down, and they get a first down. They move it down to the Milan 41-yard line, the deepest penetration for Peabody. They got a little momentum on this one. The Milan had them turned down on fourth down on the pass on third down. It was incomplete, but they got roughing the passer. Now here it is, 1st and 10 Peabody at the Milan 41-yard line.
Yeah, that penalty is going to be brought to you by S&S Insurance. Don't be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Call S&S Insurance, 686-8334. Bulldogs just shooting herself in the foot on this defensive possession.
Smith, shotgun formation, gives it to Jennings. Oh, he keeps it. Smith's going to keep it around the right side, and Jaden Peake comes up and sticks it. Now, excuse me, that's number 9 for the Milan Bulldogs. A Harold that sticks him there shy of the 35-yard line, but good run, 5 yards. Good fake there by Smith, the quarterback. Faked the handoff and kept it on an option down the right side of the line of scrimmage and turned it up for 5 yards. 2nd down 5. Peabody on the move, their best possession thus far here in this first half. This second quarter brought to you by Premier Dental. 4:29 to go in this half, and Milan leads it 14-0, but Peabody on the move.
Yeah, I think Trenton got away with a hold there on Carson Kelly. He was held right in the middle of the field there. Refs didn't call it, so 2nd down, 5 to go for Peabody, going left to right at the Milan 36-yard line.
Smith shotgun, Jennings to his right shoulder. Movement across the front, but no flag there. A turn, give it to Jennings, and now the flag comes. I think it will be delay of game. The long count, Milan was jumping around, not really forward, just jumping around, and maybe it took away from the timing of the play for Peabody. It'll be a delay of game, I think, against Peabody, a 5-yard step off. The officials are going to talk about it. Let's see.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I think they were trying to get Milan. Milan was jumping around. They were trying to see what they were going to do. The quarterback just lost where the play clock was, and it got all the way down for a delay of game.
I'm not sure why they have to discuss it. I mean, the play clock had run out. They stopped it, threw the flag.
I think they're going to give Peabody a timeout, the coach a timeout before that. Let's see what we do. These officials.
Official picks the ball up as if he's going to step something off against Milan, and now he steps it off against Peabody.
I think I don't know what this official is. He just moved the ball. The penalty wound up being an 8-yard penalty here.
So he said it's a sideline warning, the second against Peabody tonight. Milan's already had one. They're calling it all tonight. 2nd down, about 13 for Peabody at the Milan 44-yard line. Twin receivers left, single wide out right, right in the middle of the field, right on that Bulldog. Snap to Smith, looking to throw, sets up, really quick out there to Jennings, and he dropped it. Had it in the breadbasket there for a minute, but as he turned to run with it at the 40 of Milan, it came loose. Jaden Peake there on the defensive stop there, covering that back out of the backfield. Great job from your linebacker position, able to cover the back out of the backfield, and Jaden Peake did it very well there. 3rd down, 13 Peabody at the Milan 44-yard line.
Yeah, almost a great play there by Jennings out of the backfield, almost a one-handed catch, but Pete was right there to meet him there to knock that ball away. Big 3rd down here for Peabody here. You got to think where we are in the game. This might be 4-down territory for them. 3rd down, 13 to go, going left to right.
Shotgun formation, twin receivers right. Now Jennings, the back's going to go out in the flat. He's hit in the backfield, gets loose, going down the field. He's got a man wide open inside the 20, and he dropped it. He was wide open inside the 20-yard line and got turned around. He was looking over his inside shoulder, and when he turned back to his right, he got turned around and was not able to pull it in, and it's incomplete. It'll be 4th down and 13 for the Peabody Golden Tide.
Yeah, that was Jennings out of the backfield there. Good job there by Jonah Smith, the quarterback, to evade Micah White, who was there almost to get the sack, stepped up in the pocket, made a good pass there to Jennings. He was open down the sideline, but he just got turned around. And once you get turned around, that's a tough ball to catch. Fortunate for the Bulldogs there. Peabody is going to punt on this 4th down and 13. 3:40 to go. Clock stopped till half. Bulldogs up 14-0. Sonny Johnson back at his own 15-yard line.
Punter will stand at his own 42-yard line. Snap. Kick away.
Not a good kick.
Not a good kick off the side of his foot. It'll hit outside the 25, roll inside the 25, be out of bounds about the 21-yard line. That kick brought to you by Trimmers Auto Body. Milan to take over 1st and 10 about their own 21-yard line. Now, you asked the question, Peabody's down 14-0, 3:32 to go in the half. Why do you kick? You want to back Milan up. You don't want to give them the ball almost at midfield and so they decided to back them up, but the kick was not very good at the 21-yard line. Milan with plenty of time to send Manny Pittman in there, the big tight end, number 87. 3:32 to go in this second quarter, brought to you by Premier Dental.
Now, at halftime, I'm going to have interviews here with Coach Byers of the Milan High School girls basketball team and Coach Doles of the Lady Dogs, the Milan High School softball team. So don't miss those interviews at halftime.
Zach Summers in shotgun. Jaden Pete to his left shoulder. Single wideouts to both sides. Ball on the near hash. Takes it to Jaden Pete. Steps up. Going to the middle of the field. Sonny Johnson got a man covering there. Sonny Johnson goes high in the air, but it's knocked away in the double coverage. Good job for Sonny Johnson to have a shot at it because they had double coverage there, and it's knocked away. Sonny wanted interference, but I don't think there was any interference there. And defensively for the Peabody Golden Tide, Latavia and Cannon there to knock it away.
I like the shot there that Coach Comer called. Summers kind of had him underthrown there because Sonny, he had his guy beat off the line, and even the safety helped. He was behind the safety. Summers there put a little bit too much air under it. Both teams, I think, are fortunate to have that.
Well, again, because the ball hung, the safety was able to recover and get back and make it double coverage with the corner. Zach Summers gives it to Jaden Pete. He'll come across the 20 out to about the 24-yard line. Token yardage there. It'll be third down about 8. Number 7, Jamarcus Haynes on the stop for Peabody Golden Tide. Milan would like to keep this drive going to make 3. Third down 7, 3:10, and clock running. I believe Milan has all their timeouts. Terrence Moses, Sonny Johnson coming back in the ball game for the Bulldogs. Zach Summers walks over near the bench to get the call from Coach Comer and company. Possession down for Milan. You got to believe they don't make it here, they'd punt it back in their own territory. We'd like to see a first down and keep this drive going. Sonny Johnson going to come wide left. Number 7, Jaden Cole, to go wide right. Got a halfback on both sides of Zach Summers. Summers takes it, gives it to Terrence Moses. He'll turn around the right side. Running room, got a flag in the backfield. Terrence Moses across the 35, out to the 40, but you got to believe it's going to come back again and again and again. Every time Milan has a big play, it's yellow laundry on the field. They need to be known that they get paid the same amount, whether they call fouls or not, you know.
Yeah, I think they're going to get the Bulldogs holding a few yards down the field. Good play there, good call there. Pete lining right beside Summers to his right, Moses to the left in the shotgun. Just a handoff to Moses around the right end. Pete was the lead blocker. Going to get the Bulldogs for a hold after about 3 yards down the field. So going to be third down and long for the Bulldogs going right to left.
Back to the 19, 18-yard line. Got to get out to the 31-yard line. So third down about 13, 14 for the Milan Bulldogs. Third down 14 back. And now they put it down at about the 17-yard line.
Yeah, that penalty is brought to you by S&S Insurance. Don't be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Call S&S Insurance 686-8334. I think Coach Comer, he's going to let this play clock wind down as the game clock continues to tick down. About 2 minutes to go to half. Going to call a timeout, get together and see what they want to call here, what they're comfortable with on this long third down.
You'd love to see Peabody go to man coverage and get that middle of the field open and throw that seam route that's been successful this year 2 times to Jane P. right up to the middle of the field.
Oh, yeah.
So the Bulldogs do take a timeout, and so we'll take a break, come back in a moment here on the Victory 93.7.
Let your smile say it all at Elite Dental Care. Keep your nerves intact for the big game with Elite Dental Care's sedation dentistry options, ensuring comfort in your dental care. Leave with your smile shining brighter than the Friday night lights with same-day whitening treatments or veneers. Elite Dental Care. Our smiles say it all.
Scott Massey with you here. The second quarter brought to you by Premier Dental. That timeout brought to you by Security Bank and Trust. Bulldogs let the play clock go down and call the timeout. Milan had the first down with a run by Terrence Moses, but a holding call against Milan in the backfield steps it off, and now it is third down 14 for Milan back at their own 17. Milan going right to left here in this second quarter here at Johnny Hill Stadium. Great crowd tonight. Peabody has packed their stands across the way, lining the fences across the way, and a great contingent for Milan fans here as well tonight on this senior night, recognizing the senior players, band members, and cheerleaders here tonight. So here's Milan, third down, 13 to go. Shotgun formation. Fakes it, going to give it on the inside reverse to Jaden Pete. He'll come across the 20, out across the 25, out across the 30, be hit at a 35-yard line and have his first down. A little trap play. They faked it to one way, brought it back to Jaden Pete, right to left. They trapped it in the middle, and Jaden Pete was off to the races. What a play by Jaden Pete, and a great call by Comer and the staff.
Coach Eric Swinson from the Huntington Mustangs would be very proud of that play right there, because that was just a fake counter, inside handoff. That was executed perfectly by the Bulldogs. Sonny Johnson did a great job down here not to get a holding call as a receiver. Pete, great job to get that F&S Insurance first down. Clock stop, 1:47 to go here till half. Bulldogs up 14-0.
Milan and Terrence Moses and Jaden Pete to both sides of the quarterbacks. And now to give it to Terrence Moses, he'll get to the 35 and be upended there. Good tackle there by number 5 for the Peabody Golden Tide. That's Michael Wilkes. So play made 1 yard. It'll be second down 9.
Yeah, I tell you what, Peabody, they've got some really good players out here, and unfortunately for them, they're having to go both ways, and so they're getting worn out, but they're doing a great job there. Wilkes with a great job. Jennings playing very hard tonight, number 10. Clock ticks, 1:30 to go for the till half. Bulldogs up 14-0, going right to left from 36. See if the Bulldogs take a shot here on this second down and 8.
Jaden Cole wide left, Sonny Johnson wide right. They'll bring Jaden Pete back to the backfield. He was the slot man to the right. He's back in the backfield now. They'll give it to Jaden Pete. Slip there at the 35. Across the 40. He'll have the 41-yard line. It'll be short of the first down. Milan may want to start using some timeouts. 1:07 and clock running to go. It'll be third down for Milan. Third down about 3 for the Milan Bulldogs.
Yeah, good job there. Bulldogs, we're seeing a lot of nuances that they've thrown in that they haven't run this year. For the Bulldogs offense, good job there. Jaden Pete, good job at that offensive line. Carson Kelly coming in on this third down and 3.
They get a lot of time here. Clock running with 45 seconds to go. Third down 3 from Island. Summer shotgun. Carson Kelly to his right shoulder. Carson Kelly will take it, nose it forward, still driving.
Got it.
Have shy of the 45-yard line. Going to depend on the mark. A Milan Bulldog player lost their helmet, I think, or maybe a Peabody. They're both dark helmets. Let's see.
That's the Bulldog. CT.
CT going to have to come out, lost his helmet. They'll put it out to the 44-yard line and say first down. They'll move the chains. 29 seconds to go here in this first half. This second quarter brought to you by Premier Dental. Milan leads at 14-0, but trying to get down to that red zone again, that high point storage red zone. Got to move, got to keep it going there. A little taking too much time. Clock running with 22 seconds to go, and Milan first and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
I think Coach Comer, he's deciding, look, we may take a shot here, but we're happy going in with a 2-score lead at the half, and we get the ball coming out of half.
Summers shotgun formation, half back to his right shoulder. Straight drop back. Summers looking to throw him another flag on the play.
I think we're going to have a timeout by Peabody here.
So Peabody calls a timeout, brought to you by Security Bank and Trust, down to 5 seconds. So Milan will only have one play left. It'll be first and 10 Milan at their own 44-yard line. We've got a timeout brought to you by Security Bank and Trust. We'll do just the same. Timeout here on the Victory 93.7.
Substance abuse is never the answer. It's time to make healthy choices. Push yourself to new limits. Let your talents soar. Find solace in the rhythm of music and life. Strengthen your body and mind. Explore new worlds through imagination. Unleash your creativity. Lean on a good friend that you can trust. For tips on how to make healthy choices, call the Obion or Weakley County Prevention Coalitions or visit their websites.
At their own 44, first and 10 at their own 44. And Peabody called that timeout, didn't like something they saw. So this will be Milan's last play of this half, unless there's a penalty on the defense.
I think where Peabody's going to play in a little prevent here. You got number 7, Jamarcus Haynes at safety. He's looking right at Sonny Johnson right there. I don't think he's going to take his eyes off him.
Zach Summers takes the snap, takes the knee. Milan's happy to go in at halftime, leading 14-0. That'll do the first half here for the Milan Bulldogs, leading the Peabody Golden Tide, 14-0. We'll take a break. Robin to give you scores of other games. Our halftime brought to you by Precision Auto Body. And Scott's going to have interviews here at the halftime. Stay tuned. Come back with us on the Victory 93.7.
Since 1967, Quality Fence Company in Milan has been offering the West Tennessee community quality and affordable fences. Quality Fence Company will customize wood, vinyl, aluminum chain link, or ornamental wrought iron fences specifically to the customer's needs or wants. For your next fence installation or repair, consider your friends at Quality Fence Company. Visit them on Facebook at Quality Fence Company or call 731-783-3555. Quality Fence Company, serving all of West Tennessee. Online at qualityfencejackson.com.
Safely.
Atwood Milan. Robin Cood with you from our Victory 93.7 studios. Halftime brought to you by Precision Auto Body and Mandy Pierce for Circuit Court Clerk. It is Milan 14, Peabody nothing at the half. Scores of other games on this Thursday night. South Gibson leads Hardin County 34-0. It's Humboldt in the second quarter leading Lakeland Prep 12-7. Crockett County has a 13-6 lead over Jackson south side of the half. Northside leads at Chester County 14-0. At halftime at Halls, JCM 6, Halls nothing. McNary leads Liberty 14-0. It's all Huntington at the half over Union City 35-0. Westview was tied 7-7. They've run off 21 unanswered as they near halftime at Martin. The Chargers lead Covington 28-7. It is Haywood County over Kirby 14-7. Dyer County leads Southside 7. Dyer County leads Lexington 7-3. It's Gleason over Greenfield 8-0 at the half, and Summertown leads Adamsville 14-6. Let's go back down to the Johnny Hill Stadium. Scott Massey with halftime interviews.
Thank you, Robin. And here at halftime with the Bulldogs up 14-0 against the Peabody Golden Tide, I have Coach Byers here. Happy to have you here again to talk about the Milan High School girls basketball team. I know we had you on earlier this year. I said, look, I'm sorry. We didn't give you enough time. You got all the time you want. Thanks for coming back and talking to us tonight.
Hey, thank you for having me. I was glad to do it.
So just to remind all the Bulldog listeners out there, when does the season begin? Where are the girls at right now? I know you said earlier they were outside running, kind of windy and cool today, but where are we at and when do we begin?
Yeah, this week was not their favorite week because this is our we call it our championship conditioning week. This is the last week of conditioning. We start official practice on Monday, so we're real ready for that. That'll be nice. We can do, the restrictions are lifted, and that means we're real close to the season. Our season starts November 17th. We have some Hall of Champions games, the boys, and then the girls play the next night. We play Bolivar, and then we're kind of rolling on from there.
Now, where is that game going to be at?
At the high school.
It's going to be a home game then, so that's good. And what time, do you know yet what time you're playing Bolivar?
We'll play at 6.
At 6 o'clock, all right.
Yeah.
So just refresh everybody. Tell us kind of who you got coming back this year, what's exciting, what's to look for, that way when they come over there to the gym and start cheering on the Lady Dogs, what are we going to be expecting and seeing?
Sure. We lost 3 seniors last year, and so we returned a lot. Our junior class is our biggest class. I have 7 girls in our junior class, and they'll all play, and they've been getting big minutes since they were freshmen. Kind of threw them in there. We just kind of learned with some experience. And we have 1 senior, Tara Neely. She'll get a lot of minutes. She really developed a lot last year and has helped us a lot defensively. So she's worked really hard to develop some offensive things that could help us too. But the same crew you saw last year hopefully will look a little bit better and more mature. This is the first year that I've been here that we have a big upperclassman or an upper class because we've just been so young and inexperienced. So this year will be a little bit different. So hopefully that is noticeable.
Yeah, and like you said, with having maybe just 1 senior but 7 juniors, they've been in the program and in the system since when they came in as freshmen and stuff. They've been with you and been know what to expect from them, and they know what to expect from you as well.
Right. This is Tara has been here since my first year, and so everybody playing has played all high school basketball with me. So it should look like what we're trying to do. We try to play at a fast pace and press and get a lot of shots up. Hopefully a lot of those will go in. That would make my life a lot easier.
So I know we talked about it as well, too, going to a new district this year, just kind of refreshing everybody's memory on who is in the district and where we're going to have to go and travel and stuff, and who we expect to come also to Milan to play against.
Yeah, so we're leaving the toughest district in the state. I always like to include that with Westview and Gibson County, the state champions every year. And now we're going the other direction. We're in a district with Huntington, Waverly, and Camden, so it's a 4-team district. Still going to be really tough. They have a lot of young talent, so we're excited for the challenge. Waverly's going to be our biggest drive over the river over there, but we're looking forward to it. We scrimmaged Waverly last year, and then we played Camden. We hadn't played Huntington in a couple of years, but we saw them some this summer at camp.
Yeah, that was going to be my question. How familiar are you with those teams? Have you played them before? But it sounds like, maybe in some scrimmages and stuff. So any other things going on, any, extra preseason or early season tournaments or Christmas tournaments going on to let everybody know?
Yeah, we have 2 scrimmages. We don't play here this year. We're going to go to O'Brien and go to Henry County, play some bigger schools, see how we fare against those. And then we have our Christmas Classic that we've had here. We've done it a couple of different ways. We've done a tournament, we've done a Classic, and this year we're doing a 2-day Classic, the 19th and 20th. So if anybody's around on Christmas break, there's some basketball all day. We've got schools coming from all over. It'll be some really good basketball.
And with it being like a Classic like that, you can kind of guarantee everybody's going to get a certain number of games, and it's worth coming and playing and worth having as well. So.
Oh, and something neat that we're doing, we're playing Madison Academic during the school day. The Monday, I think it's the Monday before Thanksgiving break, Miss Yates is okay to us too. We're playing at 10 o'clock. We thought that'd be a really neat thing for our kids to play in front of the whole school, like a crowd like that. So we're really excited. The girls will play first, and then I think we take a little break for lunch so everybody can eat lunch, and then the guys play. But we're excited about that, something different.
Yeah, I remember when I was in high school, which was a long, long time ago at West Terrell, we would play Carroll Academy. And the games we would get to play at home. And most of Carroll Academy games, I think, were during the school day.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun to play in front of your classmates and your friends and stuff. That they come and watch you play, but it's just them that are there.
Right.
And that was really fun playing during the day and stuff. And so I'm sure that the girls and the guys will be really excited about that. So.
Yeah, we're excited about it.
Yep. Well, anything else you want to let the Bulldog fans know? Anything you want to pass along to them? Before the season gets started, anything that you might, need, or any fundraising or anything like that?
Yeah, we always need to do some fundraising, but no, we're really excited, and it's been fun for me to just watch this grow and the people in our crowd grow each year. My first year was the year after the boys went to state, and during the girls' game it was pretty empty, and it'd fill up for the boys' game, and now I think as we've gotten a little bit better, people start coming a little bit earlier, and so that's been nice to see. So I hope people continue to come out, and hopefully we give them something that they like to watch.
Great. Well, Coach Byers, thank you for coming back again. Right now you're our favorite guest because you've been here multiple times, so we do appreciate that. Hope everybody will go out and see the Lady Dogs when they start their season. You say November the 17th is what we said? So,
yes.
All right. So, well, thank you for coming, and thank you for sharing about the team, and we hope y'all have a great year. We're going to take a break, and then we'll come back and we'll have the Milan High School softball coach to talk about the upcoming season for them when we come back. Bulldogs up 14-0 at halftime here against the Trenton Peabody Golden Tide.
Scores again. Milan leads Peabody 14-0. South Gibson leads Hardin County 34-0. Humboldt over Lakeland Prep 12-7. It's Crockett over Southside 13-6. Northside all over Chester County at the break 34-3. JCM leads Halls at halftime 6-0. McNary over Liberty 22-0. Huntington leads Union City 35-0. It's Westview 28, Covington 7. Haywood leads Memphis Kirby 14-7. Dyer County has added a score. They lead Lexington at the half 14-3. It's Gleason over Greenfield 8-0. And Summertown leads Adamsville 14-6. Let's go back to Johnny Hill Stadium for more halftime with Scott Massey.
Thanks, Robin. We're here at halftime once again. Bulldogs up 14-0 on this senior night against Trenton Peabody Golden Tide. We're lucky enough to have the Milan High School Lady Dogs softball head coach Lynn Doles here. Coach Doles, thank you for stopping by.
My privilege. I'm glad to be here.
That's right. Well, just want to say, first of all, congratulations on last season that the Lady Dogs had. Want to share with the listeners a little bit about all the accomplishments that you all did have last year.
Yeah, it was a great season. Went out and did something that's never been done in Milan High School for the softball program. We were able to, qualify for state. We're sectional champions, region runner-ups, district runner-ups. Had Cameron Green was all-state, became Gibson County Softball Player of the Year. We just had a really good team effort, though. They really bought into the system. Last year was my first year here, so it was, trying to come in and set kind of expectations and then just how much they bought into it. It was a wonderful thing to see.
Yeah, and you were talking about Cameron and the other girls as well. Kind of let everybody know, graduation happened. You had a great season last year. I'm sure the expectations are just as high this year. Who do you have coming back this year? Who do you expect to get some contribution from, and maybe some surprises that you're looking for as well?
Yeah, with that kind of a group, we lost 4 seniors. They were big parts. We do have a good couple of good juniors coming back. Nia Pearson, Cameron Green. Have a lot of what'll be juniors this year that's going to step in. You have Sadie, Chartrand. I really hate to start naming names because you forget some.
That's right.
My daughter's going to be helping out this year. She's going to get to be a big key, and so will I just really believe in the team concept. So I love to mention names, but I also just like to understand that we couldn't have done anything we did last year, and we won't be able to do anything this year unless we buy back into being that family, being that team, and keeping that culture going. And just like you said, it's we made it to state last year, but that was last year. Now we're gearing up toward getting ready for what this year's going to bring, and it's it's always something new and different. And we don't want to rest on what we did last year. We just want to keep building.
That's right. And that kind of talking about the whole team there, and you're made up of a group. It makes me think back when I was playing in college and stuff. We had team. T. The initials and the letters meant and everything. Together, everyone achieves more and stuff. And you can just show what your group can accomplish by playing as a team, whether you're the best player or whether you're maybe somebody that you don't think going to get in and play. You never know when your chance is going to come, and you don't know when you're going to be called upon and you're going to be asked to do something. So.
Yeah, that's something that I love to preach is that you always have to be ready, and one person doesn't make a team. One person can't win. We wouldn't be as successful as we were last year without every single member of that team from beginning to end, people who came.
Let your smile say it all at Elite Dental Care. Keep your nerves intact for the big game with Elite Dental Care's sedation dentistry options, ensuring comfort in your dental care. Leave with your smile shining brighter than the Friday night lights with same-day whitening treatments or veneers. Elite Dental Care. Our smiles say it all.
At Precision Auto Body, we take pride in being West Tennessee's trusted collision repair experts. From detailed repairs to flawless finishes, we bring your vehicle back to life with precision and care. We know the roads can bring unexpected challenges. Whether it's a minor scrape or major collision, our team is ready to get you back on the road safely and efficiently. With convenient locations in Milan, Martin, and Dyersburg, we're always nearby when you need us most. Make sure to tell your insurance Precision Auto Body.
Since 1967, Quality Fence Company in Milan has been offering the West Tennessee community quality and affordable fences. Quality Fence Company will customize wood, vinyl, aluminum chain link, or ornamental wrought iron fences specifically to the customer's needs or wants. For your next fence installation or repair, consider your friends at Quality Fence Company. Visit them on Facebook at Quality Fence Company or call 731-783-3555. Quality Fence Company, serving all of West Tennessee. Online at qualityfencejackson.com.
Substance abuse is never the answer. It's time to make healthy choices. Push yourself to new limits. Let your talents soar. Find solace in the rhythm of music and life. Strengthen your body and mind. Explore new worlds through imagination. Unleash your creativity. Lean on a good friend that you can trust. For tips on how to make healthy choices, call the Obion or Weakley County Prevention Coalitions or visit their websites.
And
at his 10-yard line right in the middle. Griffin will approach the ball. High shank kick over to the left. It could be tough to field. Peabody could have got it there, but it goes out of bounds. I mean, it was a shank kick over to his left, and Peabody was right there on him, but not able to reel it in, or they could have had the ball on a long onside kick. But Milan able to hold possession there about the 30-yard line, see where they put it down. Now, again, they kicked from the near hash, and he kind of sidewindered, kind of like hitting a hook shot in golf, and it went to the left over there, right in front of some Peabody players sprinting down the far sideline, but it bounced out of bounds before they could get it. Peabody would have had great field position, 1st and 10. I'm not sure if that was intentional, but it sure would have worked if Peabody got on it. But all of that said, Milan has it 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line, going right to left here toward the scoreboard here in this second half, third quarter, brought to you by Clenning's Auto Repair. Shotgun for Summers, half back to the left shoulder. Turns, gives it to Jaden Pete. Running room out to the 40, maybe the 41-yard line. Looked like a lot more, but they closed quickly there. Peabody closed it quickly and knocked him down, number 20, Michael Dunlap on the stop. Out across the 41, a pick up a 3. It'll be 2nd down 7.
Yeah, after that S&S insurance penalty for kicking the ball out of bounds, the Bulldogs got good field position. Going to start at 1st and 10. They had 1st and 10 at their own 38 after that 3-yard run by Pete. 2nd down, 7 to go for the Bulldogs, going right to left from their own 41-yard line. Bulldogs up 14-0 here with 11:30 to go here in the third quarter.
Ball in the middle of the field, twin receivers to the right. Give it to Jaden Pete. He'll try to bounce off of tacklers, and not much.
Good job.
Not much. Good job by the front, the defensive front for the Peabody Golden Tide, and they're celebrating big time. Now, we got a penalty when we celebrated, but
well, we looked right in their face and started celebrating. They were celebrating toward their bench, so.
3rd down, 7 to go, out to the 41-yard line, and Peabody did a good job up front there, just closing the hole. Pete not able to bounce off and go anywhere there. So possession down from Milan from their own 41-yard line. Milan got the kickoff here to start the second half. This third quarter brought to you by Clenning's Auto Repair. Zach Summers in the shotgun formation. Twin receivers to both sides of the field. Ball in the middle of the field at the 41. Now they're bringing Jaden Pete in motion. Summers with an empty backfield. Rush coming. Throws. Quick hit there, and he's hit down quickly. He makes the catch out to about the 44-yard line, but it's going to be about 5 yards shy of the first down. Good coverage there by Peabody to act quickly. Parker Greer, defensive back position, came up and put him down. So Milan, their first punt of the night, 4th and 5 from their own 43-yard line.
Yeah, Bulldogs there spread them out with 2 receivers on each side. Just Summers just threw a little quick pass there to Jay Donaldson for a gain of 2. Peabody, great job there by Greer, coming up, making the sure tackle there. 4th down, 5 for Bulldogs. Summers going to drop back the punt. Looks like we got Haynes, number 7, back to return, standing at his own 25-yard line.
Haynes is very talented, very gifted. He's had some long runs this year. Snap is good. Summers has it. End over end, low kick. They'll hit about the 30, roll inside the 25, and Milan going to down it there, pick it up at about the 22-yard line. So Peabody, their first possession of the second half. It'll be 1st and 10 Peabody. The scoring recount for the first half, very simple. With 2:30 to go in the first quarter, a 12-yard touchdown pass to Sonny Johnson from Zach Summers. Pennington's kick was good, 7-0. And in the second quarter, a 9-yard touchdown run by Jaden P. Kick was good, 14-0. That's where we stand. 14-0. Bulldogs lead it here as we underway the third quarter. Milan 3 and out on their possession. Now Peabody takes over 1st and 10. Before their last drive, I think you told me Peabody had 4 yards on offense, but then they were able to put a good drive there late in the first half. Smith in the shotgun, Pennington to his left shoulder. Takes it, turns, and gives it to the running back there coming this way, and Jennings, and he's hit to the 25, and he stood up there. These are talented running backs, had a great year this year. Number 10, Jaden Jennings, may have the 25, and it'll be a 2-yard pickup, 2nd down and 8 for the Peabody Golden Tide.
Yeah, Smith there, he just took the handoff, handed it off there to Jennings, came around the right side. Looked like Jennings was going to try to bounce it outside. Good job there by Lucas Beef Morris to set the edge, force it back inside. Good tackle there by the good pursuit by the Bulldogs. So 2nd down, 8 to go. Clock ticks with 9 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Bulldogs up 14-0.
So I formation, quarterback Smith under center. I formation behind him, bring the left wide out in motion. coming this way. They'll give it to Jennings. He's got running room, 35, 40. He could go 45, 50, 45 outside to the 40-yard line, and he's out of bounds. The biggest play for the Peabody Golden Tide, and that's the running back there for the Peabody Golden Tide, Jaden Jennings, and he was off to the races, got a crease, and made more of it outside in Peabody in the Milan Bulldog territory. 1st and 10, their biggest and longest play of the night, knocking on the door at the Milan 39-yard line.
Yeah, they did a good job running a receiver in motion there, kind of moved the Bulldogs defense, shifts him around, just a simple handoff right up the middle, ISO there. Good job by Jennings to break it loose. Pete ran him down, ran him out of bounds, but not until he got inside the Bulldog 40.
Give it to Jennings again around the left side. He'll have the 40. He'll be hit down there. What a lift. What a hit there. Pete comes up and says, hello, have a seat.
Jennings is a big boy, too. And
nice.
He had a lot of momentum around that left end. Pete came over, stood him up, put him down after only a gain of 1.
Jaden Jennings, 6 foot, 225-pound senior running back, makes only a yard because Jaden Pete laid the lumber to him right there. 2nd and 9 for Peabody. That first down that Peabody had was brought to you by S&S Insurance. 2nd and 9 for Peabody at the Milan 38-yard line. Quarterback under center again. I formation. Bring the left wide out in motion. Return, fake it to the tailback. Looking to throw. Going to be almost sacked. He gets away. Good job there by the quarterback, Smith, to get away. They had him in the backfield at the 45, and he's able to get loose, but Milan able to finish him off there. And the tackle made by 65, Lincoln Real. Good to have him back into playing tonight after being off for several weeks with that knee injury. It was 2nd and 9. He loses 2. It's 3rd and 12. Loses 3. It's 3rd and 12. Back to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, Jonas Smith lined up under center there, did a play action, drop back there. Beef Morris right there in his face was the first one to meet him. He got out of that tackle, but Lincoln Real and a host of other Bulldogs there to meet him for the sack and a loss of 2. 3rd down, 11 to go, or maybe 12 to go, for Peabody, going left to right. 7:20 to go here in the third quarter. Clock tick. Bulldogs up 14-0. You got to think where we're at. Peabody maybe 4-down territory.
Shot good formation. The ball snapped low, but he's able to pick it up. Going down a short pass. It's going to be intercepted by Sonny Johnson. Pass was underthrown, and Sonny Johnson able to jump up at the 15-yard line. Just what you teach a defensive back. Go to the highest point and pull it down, and Sonny Johnson able to pull it down and get the interception at the 15-yard line. It was a little skinny post there from the wide out to the right side, but the ball was well underthrown, and Sonny Johnson had his eyes on it all the way, and Milan would take over 1st and 10 just outside their own 16-yard line.
And Jonas Smith there, he had a little bit of pressure in the pocket there, let it go, underthrew it a little bit for Jamarcus Haynes. Either way, there was defenders all around him, but the ball kind of set up. Sonny Johnson there, turned around. One thing you've been talking about for the last couple of years, the secondary needs to turn and find the ball. We found it there, intercepted, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 15.
Zach Summers, shotgun formation. Turns, gives it to his running back. That's Jaden Pete. He'll be out to the 15. Breaks the tackle at the 15. Out to about the 19-yard line. Jaden Pete, number 5. They had him back at the 15-yard line, which was short of the line of scrimmage to 16, but he's able to get out of that tackle and get out to the 19-yard line. Good hard running there by Jaden Pete, number 2. Latavion Cannon able to finish it off there for the Peabody Golden Tide. All of that, he makes 3 yards, but he was going to lose yardage.
Yeah.
Good hard running there by Jaden Pete.
Yeah, that was going to go from a loss of 1 to a gain of 3. So 2nd down, 7 to go for the Bulldogs at the 19-yard line, going right to left.
They bring Sonny Johnson in motion left to right from a short wide out. They'll turn and give it to Pete. He'll bounce off a tackle in the backfield and then be put down shy of the line of scrimmage. Peabody, the defensive front, is penetrating the offensive front of Milan this time, and they're able to slow up Pete before he can ever get started. It's a loss of 1. It'll be 3rd down 8 for the Milan Bulldogs, and it's shy of the 20-yard line, about the 18-yard line.
Yeah, Manny Pittman and Michael White going to come out for Jay Donaldson and Terrence Moses here on this 3rd down and 8. Clock continues to run. I think that's what Coach Comer wants. I don't think we're quite in the shutdown mode yet, but he is glad that the clock is moving. Let's see if the Bulldogs, what they do here on this 3rd down and 8. Pete still in at tailback.
Shotgun for Zach Summers. Jaden Pete to his left shoulder. They bring a man in motion right to left. Bring him over to this side. Summers back to throw. Looking on the flag on the play. Usually that means illegal procedure. Yes, that same official across the way. He likes to wave those arms and say illegal procedure. So instead of 3rd down and 8, you're going to have 3rd down and 13, and Milan is backed up to their own 13-yard line.
Yeah, don't be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Call SNS Insurance, 686-8334 on that false start there by the Bulldogs. So what was a potential manageable 3rd and 8 is now a 3rd and 13, backed up inside their own 15-yard line, going right to left, 5:15 as the clock ticks in the 3rd quarter.
Wow, Milan, 3 receivers to the wide side of the field and another flag on the play. And offsides, somebody's lined up in the neutral zone. Pete went in motion to lead Zach Summers in the shotgun in the empty backfield, and they call offsides.
I think J. Cole, number 7 for the Bulldogs, the receiver split out wide, was lined up. Going to be an offsides. Another penalty for the Bulldogs. One thing that we didn't get to talk about at half, but the Bulldogs in the first half had 8 penalties for 72 yards, Sam.
I had some of the fans down there at halftime asking, what's going on? Why can't we get a handle of this?
You know, the past couple of weeks, the Bulldogs have done a good job with that, but kind of reverting back to old ways here, just shooting themselves in the foot. 3rd down, 18 to go, going right to left.
They got split safeties. The middle of the field is wide open. Summers empty backfield, straight drop back looking. Quick hits there, and it is complete out to the 15, out to the 20, out to the 25, and still running is Terrence Moses, and he's running side to side instead of getting upfield, but he still may have the first down.
Yeah, we're gonna have some penalties here. A little extracurricular activity with number 5 on Peabody, Wilkes, and number 7 J. Cole. Great individual effort there by Terrence Moses. Just a little slant pass there. He was a slot receiver. When he caught it, he did not have the first down. Broke a couple tackles. Got all the way out to the Bulldog 27-yard line for SNS Insurance first down. This may be a penalty on both teams. Not really sure. It was after the play, so let's see what happens here.
Post-play penalty. Milan had the first down. Great effort by Terrence Moses there. And the flag, we'll see. The officials are still trying to sort it out.
I think it's going to be a first down for Milan either way, whether the penalty's on them or not, because it's after the play. But great job there by Terrence Moses. Like I said, great individual effort.
Personal foul against Peabody. Wow, only goes one way. I thought that would go both ways.
Well, I think the deciding factor was the fact that the Peabody defender, Wilkes, took the helmet off of J. Cole there, and J. Cole did not respond, which is good. He just he hopped right up and was asking for the flag, did not retaliate, which was great restraint by him. And it's enough to get the Bulldogs not only the first down after the play, but it's going to be that SNS Insurance penalty. Don't be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Call SNS Insurance, 686-8334.
What a turnaround. Milan backed up 3rd down and long.
3rd and 18 inside the 15.
Yeah, and then able to get the first down. Wow. Shotgun formation for Summers, running back to his right shoulder. Twin receivers right, the wide side of the field. Summers turns, gives it to his running back, Jaden Pete. He'll bounce it to the near side, down the near sideline, inside the 45, inside the 40, inside the 35, just breaking tackles. 1, 2, 3, goes number 5, Jaden Pete, down the near sideline, down to the 35-yard line. They kept having a shot at him at the 45, the 40, and they finally got him down at the 35-yard line. Great determination and individual effort there by Jaden Pete.
Bulldogs going quick here on offense, going to try to catch Peabody resting.
Summer shotgun formation. Pete to the right shoulder. Twin receivers right. Turn, give it to Pete. Right up the middle. Drive forward. May have the 30. Now it's still driving. Look at that leg drive. Line of scrimmage was the 35-yard line. He'll have the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Goes number 5, Jaden Pete. It'll be about a 6-yard pickup. 2nd down and 4 for the Milan Bulldogs, going right to left, and Carson Kelly comes in replacing Jaden Pete.
Jaden Pete, he can give some credit to Brian Dixon and Mason Allen there on that offensive line, pushing the pile to get some extra yardage here.
Summers takes, gives it to Carson Kelly, looking for running room, and he finds it right up the middle. Patient running by Carson Kelly. He'll be inside the 25, down near about the 22-yard line. They'll move those chains. It'll be 1st and 10 Milan. Milan was backed up. 4th and 18?
3rd and 18, inside at least the 15, maybe the 10. That's an SNS Insurance first down. Great run. We've said it all year. Great patience and great feet there by Carson Kelly. Great job out of the offensive line, starting to run behind Brian Dixon, C.T. Williamson, and Mason Allen from the left tackle all the way to the center, starting to get some push there from them big fellas.
1st and 10 Milan at the Peabody 23-yard line. Carson Kelly to the right shoulder of Zach Summers. They'll give it to Carson Kelly. He'll bounce it outside. He was hit there, and there's a flag in the backfield. Going to get holding against Milan, way away from the play. Carson Kelly is running on the far sideline, and the flag comes out on the near hash. Had nothing to do with the play, but I guess if it's holding, it's holding.
Yep. Going to be an S&S insurance penalty. Don't be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Call S&S Insurance at 686-8334. We've got 3:11 left here in the third quarter. Sam Bulldogs up 14-0, going right to left. They were inside that Peabody 25-yard line, but with the holding call, it's going to make it first down at about, let's call it 20 from the 33-yard line, going right to left.
At the 33-yard line, got to get to the 18-yard line. Wow.
Pete back in at tailback. You know, we talked about this, you and I, off air. We thought this might be a game where Jaden Pete, they start to feed him the ball a little bit more than he normally has. Had a couple of, they've only played one game in the last 3 weeks. Everybody should be fresh. This is the game where you might lean on Pete. And Carson Kelly's done a great job as well.
First and 20, Summers in shotgun formation. Jaden Pete to his right shoulder. Give it to Jaden Pete right over left guard. Spinning out of tackles. He'll be up in and inside the 25-yard line, but a good, hard running. You know, what I like about Jaden Pete, he's running hard when he gets the football. He doesn't wait till he gets the football. He's accelerating when he already has the football. It's amazing how quickly he gets that ball and gets into the secondary. So it was first and 20, and that makes 9 yards. It's second down and 11, so manageable now for Milan. Down to the 24-yard line.
Yeah, once again, good job, Brian Dixon, C.T. Williamson, Mason Allen on that left side of the offensive line, just pushing Peabody, pushing them back. Moses in at tailback.
Zach Summers gives it to Terrence Moses. He's going to try to sweep around the right side. He'll be up in it as he gets inside the 20-yard line. Moses has been giving Milan some great effort here from the running back position. We know he's a wideout. We know he plays in the secondary. But late in the season, we've seen him running the ball, and that time he gets inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's third down at the 19-yard line, third down 5 for Milan. This drive started after a penalty. They were backed up third down and 18 around the 10-yard line. And after the penalty, Milan has continued to move it down to the 19-yard line.
And good job there on that right side of the offensive line. Beef Morris, Briar Smith not getting a holding call on that end around there by Moses. Timeout by Peabody here. I think Coach Val there, he's starting to see his guys wear down a little bit. Maybe they need a break. Maybe they need to regroup here on this third down and 7 to go.
1:33 to go in this third quarter, brought to you by Clinty's Auto Repair. This timeout brought to you by Security Bank and Trust, so we'll do just the same. Milan leads at 14-0 on the Victory 93-7.
There's a new name in home lending right here in West Tennessee, Nelson Mortgage Company. We offer a full range of home loan options, FHA, USDA, VA, and conventional. Whether you're buying a home, making home improvements, or refinancing your current one, at Nelson Mortgage, we believe your mortgage should come with hometown support. We live here, we work here, and we're here to help you. Call our expert mortgage loan originator, Jenny Mims, today at 731-613-9021, or find us on Facebook. Nelson Mortgage Company, owned by Cody Nelson. Your home, your hometown, your team.
Have you worship God with us.
Back at Johnny Hill Stadium, Sam McElroy, Scott Massey with you here. Third down for the Milan Bulldogs. Peabody takes the timeout, brought to you by Security Bank and Trust. It's 3rd and 5 at the 19-yard line inside that High Point Storage red zone for all your storage needs. They have it right there at High Point Storage, and they're located next door to Summit Management, just behind the Cumberland Presbyterian Church. All your storage needs at High Point Storage, and they sponsor our red zone for the Bulldog season. And Bulldogs 3rd and 5 at the Peabody 19-yard line. Ball on the right hash. Sonny Johnson wide left. I mean, extremely wide left. Single wide out to the right. Moses, the slot man, goes in motion. They'll fake it to him. Quarterback Summers going to keep it. He's going to be shy of the first down. He may have the 15-yard line. Look at the big offensive line just pushing Zach Summers. They had him stood up at the 15-yard line, but they let it play out, and he may be close to the first down. It was 3rd down and 5 at the 19-yard line. He's inside the 15. Depending on where they spot, he may have the first down, and we'll see.
We got it. They came up just short. Needs to get just all the way inside the 13-yard line. So the ball rests just outside. Good job there by Summers. It was just a design run for the quarterback, a quarterback power run right up the middle. Good job at our offensive line. Like you said, he was stood up at the 15-yard line. They pushed him all the way to just outside the 13. So 4th down, 1 to go for the Bulldogs. This is their second 4th down that they've gone for on this side of the field. Last time Pete took it in for a touchdown. Let's see what they do here.
Pete to the left shoulder of Zach Summers. Single wideouts to both sides. 4th down, 1. Snap. Gives it to Pete. He'll try to bounce it outside. I think he'll have the first down to be knocked out of bounds about the 10-yard line. Pete just running and running and running, looking at that marker, and gets inside the marker. It'll be 1st and 10 Milan. Jaden Pete and some of the Peabody top players, you can tell, are extremely tired playing both ways. It's out at the 11-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Milan can get a first down because it's at the 11-yard line. Great run there by Jaden Pete.
Well, we're so happy that we didn't have this 4th down stop, did we, Sam?
Absolutely. Appreciate Jack Holland Marine Corps Detachment sponsoring that, but we're glad we didn't have a 4th down stop against Milan. Summers, shotgun formation. Jaden Pete to the left shoulder. Single wide outs to both sides. Ball on the far hash. Here's Pete inside the 10-yard line driving, and he'll be stood up as he gets to about the 9-yard line. And Pete never goes down. He's still standing up. But I got to give compliments to the defensive front of Peabody. They keep playing hard. A lot of them play both ways, but that way they stood Jaden Pete up. He did get about 4 yards out of it. It's 2nd down and 6. Out at the 7. Got to get to the 1-yard line. That would be 2nd down. Yeah, okay.
2nd and 6, and that's going to be the last play of the 3rd quarter.
That'll end that 3rd quarter. Brought to you by Clooney's Auto Repair. We'll come back with the most important 4th quarter. The Milan Bulldogs lead it 14-0 over the Peabody Golden Tide. 4th quarter coming up on the Victory 93-7.
Hey.
Since 1967, Quality Fence Company in Milan has been offering the West Tennessee community quality and affordable fences. Quality Fence Company will customize wood, vinyl, aluminum chain link, or ornamental wrought iron fences specifically to the customer's needs or wants. For your next fence installation or repair, consider your friends at Quality Fence Company. Visit them on Facebook at Quality Fence Company or call 731-783-3555. Quality Fence Company, serving all of West Tennessee. Online at qualityfencejackson.com.
In West Van Hook and Milan. So come.
Back at Johnny Hale Stadium, nothing settled yet. Bulldogs lead at 14-0. That's where we were at half. No scoring in the 3rd quarter. The 4th quarter brought to me, McDonald's and Medina and Humboldt. Back at the home standing here at Johnny Hale Stadium, and last few weeks we've been on the road, and I couldn't go by McDonald's and Medina and Humboldt. I was too far away. But tonight I could stop by McDonald's of Medina or Humboldt. You could do the same tonight or anytime. Looking for something good to eat? They got it at McDonald's of Medina and Humboldt. Go by and see them. Tell them you heard about them on Bulldog Football, and thanks for their support of the 4th quarter here on the Victory 93-7. Milan Bulldogs have it 2nd down and 6 at the 7-yard line. Got to get to the 1 to get a first down, or we'll just take the end zone. Will be just as fine as well.
If they stop by the McDonald's of Medina or Humboldt, just tell them you want the Sam McElroy special, Sam. Let everybody know what that is.
Well, it's a double cheeseburger, no onions. And, of course, the chicken nuggets, because the doctor told me I couldn't eat the fries, so I get chicken nuggets.
Now, do you get a large?
That's not a good choice.
Do you get a large drink with this, or what
Oh, yeah,
about that?
Diet Dr. Pepper.
The diet part, really.
Diet Dr. Pepper all the way. Pete on the right shoulder is Zach Summers. High snap, gives it to Jaden Pete, and inside the 5-yard line. A high snap kind of took that play out of a sink, if you will, but Pete able to make something out of nothing and kind of stumbled a little bit. He gets inside the 5-yard line. It'll be 3rd down for Milan, just inside the 5-yard line. At the 4, they can get a first down at the 1-yard line. So it'll be the scoreboard says 2nd. The marker across the way says 3rd. I believe it is 3rd down.
3rd and 3rd. Yeah, like you said, that high snap kind of threw off the timing of the play there. It was designed to go Pete handoff around the left end. He cut it back inside, kept his balance to get to the 4. 3rd and 3 for the Bulldogs.
All in the middle of the field. Man in motion, Sonny Johnson coming left to right. Give it to Zach. To Jaden P. right up the middle. Did he get to the goal line? Did he get there? He did. Touchdown. Milan Bulldogs. Jaden P. Takes it 4 yards for the Bulldog touchdown. Brought to you by Chapel Hill Baptist Church. Just like that, the Bulldogs score again. It's 20-0 Milan. 11:03 to go here in this ball game. This 4th quarter brought to you by McDonald's of Medina and Humboldt. Aiden Pennington to come in to attempt the extra point. Had a good drive there by the Milan Bulldogs after being backed up inside their 10-yard line on 3rd and 18. And Terrence Moses able to get a big first down, and then the Bulldogs take it on down to score. This kick brought to you by Trimmer's Auto Body. Kick is in the air. Long enough? Far enough? It's good. Bulldogs lead it 21-0. 11:03 to go in this ball game. Back in a moment on the Victory 93-7.
At Precision Auto Body, we take pride in being West Tennessee's trusted collision repair experts. From detailed repairs to flawless finishes, we bring your vehicle back to life with precision and care. We know the roads can bring unexpected challenges. Whether it's a minor scrape or major collision, our team is ready to get you back on the road safely and efficiently. With convenient locations in Milan, Martin, and Dyersburg, we're always nearby when you need us most. Make sure to tell your insurance Precision Auto Body.
Bulldogs up their lead to 21-0 here at Johnny Hill Stadium. Sam McElroy, Scott Massey with you here. The 4-yard touchdown run by Jaden Pennington's kick was good. 21-0. That kick brought to you by Trimmers Auto Body. The touchdown brought to you by Chapel Hill Baptist Church. Pennington to kick it from the near hash, going left to right as you listen. And what a job by Milan. I got to keep going back. 3rd and 18 inside the 10-yard line. Terrence Moses gets the first down outside the 30-yard line, and then Milan takes it on down and scores. What a great job.
When he caught that, he was inside. He was at the 20-yard line and just broke a couple tackles. Great effort there by Moses.
Pennington with a short pooch kick across the way. They'll field it to 28 and be knocked out of bounds at about the 32, 33-yard line.
Great coverage there.
1st and 10 Peabody out about their 33, 34-yard line. Peabody in the white jerseys and black pants and black headgears going right to left here in this the fourth quarter, brought to you by McDonald's and Medina and Humboldt. After the game tonight, we'll have the post-game interview with Coach Wade Comer and our player of the game, brought to you by Premier Dental, and much more. And we'll get you soon to the scoreboard show, the Milan Prevention Scoreboard Show. We're going to have all the scores of other games, talk about the brackets that are coming up next weekend when the first round of the TWS playoff begins. Milan can hold on to this win here. They'll be seeded number 1 and host the first game next week here at Johnny Hill Stadium. Smith in the shotgun. Jennings to his left. They'll give it to Jennings. They'll bounce it outside. Pete pursuing him over there, and Pete finally knocks him out of bounds outside the 40.
They're going to call a late flag.
And they're going to get a flag on Pete for hitting him out of bounds. I think he hit him in play, but he just carried him on out of bounds.
Yeah, and it wasn't it wasn't a malicious hit. He was going out that way. Pete just pushed him out. I think it was a good call either way. But Jennings, he bounced it to the outside. Play was supposed to go inside. Bulldogs didn't have anybody there come from that right end. Jennings kicked it outside, used his speed to get out to the 38-yard line. Pete going to be called for that S&S insurance penalty. Don't be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Call S&S Insurance, 686-8334. Peabody going to have it 1st and 10 from now the Milan 47-yard line, going right to left. Bulldogs up 21-0.
And not to take anything away from Peabody, but the drives that they've had have been aided by penalties that Milan has created. Milan's got to clean that up going into the playoffs. It'll cost you. 1st and 10, Peabody at the Milan 47, and bring a slot man in motion.
Jennings,
snap, give it to Jennings. Direct snap to the 45-yard line. Line of scrimmage is the 45. And again, we talk about Jaden Jennings, 6 foot 225 tailback. He's a load.
I like him.
He's a big running back. He's very talented. Makes 2 yards. It'll be second down and 8 for Peabody at the Milan 45-yard line on the far hash across the way.
As good as a running back Jennings is, I think he's an even better linebacker. He's done a phenomenal job for them all night, plugging the holes. Just hadn't come off the field all night.
Smith in shotgun. Jennings to his left shoulder. Give it to Jennings up the middle. He'll drive it out across the 40, inside the 45, near the 40-yard line, and they'll put him down there. Don't think his forward progress got him quite to the 40-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down for Peabody. Certainly 4-down territory, down 21-0 here in this fourth quarter. Brought to you by McDonald's and Medina and Humboldt. 9:58 to go in this ball game, and Peabody has it 3rd down at the 41. You got to get to the 37-yard line. Scoreboard says 4, so we'll call it that. 3rd down and 4.
We'll say our old friend Jake Mallard's right with that scoreboard, 3rd and 4 there. He's the one that does that.
Shotgun formation for Smith.
Oh, I think we're going to have a false start on Jennings there.
Jennings started before. He thought the snap was coming, and the tailback started before the ball came step forward. He could have gone in motion and probably saved that, but he didn't. And it's going to be a 5-yard step ball penalty brought to you by S&S Insurance. They'll be penalized for having the wrong insurance company. Check your rates. Compare rates. Go by and see them. Call them at 686-8334. Our friends at S&S Insurance bring you that penalty against the Peabody Golden Tide. So instead of 3rd down 4, 3rd down 9, back to the Milan 46-yard line.
Yeah, like you said a while ago, this is 4-down territory for where we are in the game for Peabody here. So Bulldogs got to be ready for anything.
Smith in the shotgun formation. Jennings to his right shoulder, bring a slot man right to left. Smith back to throw, looking, rush coming. He's going to be sacked back at the 40-yard line. The line of scrimmage was the 46-yard line of Milan. He's sacked all the way back near the 41-yard line of the Peabody Golden Tide, so that'll bring up a 4th and chow wagon.
Well, we got a flag, and I don't know. I mean, the flag is thrown around nobody over there, so I'm not sure if this is going to be on the sideline or what this is going to be. But good pressure there by number 45, Michael White, the sophomore, getting the big sack. Looks like this penalty is going to be on Milan here. Not sure what it is. Personal foul, face mask.
So they're going to step it off from the original line of scrimmage. Does not come from the point of attack. And again, the penalty keeps the Peabody drive going, and it's deep in the Milan territory to 31.
I'll have to talk to Casey Moore, who's doing the stats for us, but I'm pretty sure that Peabody only has 1, maybe 2 first downs that are not as a result of a penalty tonight. So Bulldogs shooting themselves in the foot on defense there, really helping out Trenton here. 8:38 to go here in the ball game. Bulldogs up 21-0. Peabody 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line of Milan.
Smith shotgun, Jennings to his left shoulder, twin receivers to the left, and the running back is going to take a pitch for left to right, got running room, inside the 30, down to 20, down the far sideline, be hit there, and it's still going near the 5-yard line, and Sonny Johnson there, they pitched it to the man coming in motion, ref from left to right on a reverse. The quarterback, Smith, sprinting to his left down the line of scrimmage, pitched it to the man in motion, and it was reversed by Peabody. A great call by Tab Vowell and his staff, and a good first down there for Peabody. Their deepest penetration, knock it on the door, 1st and goal inside that High Point Storage red zone. 1st and goal Peabody at the Milan 7-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good reverse there. When he got the ball on that reverse and turned the corner, there was 2 guys in front of him blocking and only 1 defender. Sonny Johnson did a good job to at least force him out of bounds. Looks like we're going to have another penalty here on Peabody. They may have too many men on the field, and they do. So fortunate for the Bulldogs here.
You know, if I was losing, I'd like to play with 12 men.
Well, I mean,
I like to try it.
Maybe they played with 12 men on other plays that we haven't seen, Sam. I don't know.
So they'll back them up 5 yards, back to the 12. It was at the 7. It'll be 1st and goal at the 12-yard line.
8:21 to go here in the 4th quarter. Bulldogs up 21-0.
Milan, I think, will have over 100 yards in penalties tonight. A lot of dirty laundry on that field tonight against both teams. Got to clean that up going into the playoffs. High formation for Smith, the quarterback, under center. Brings a man in motion right to left. They're giving it to Jennings, trying to get outside. He'll be stood up shy of the 10-yard line. They'll put him down there. Line of scrimmage to 12, and he'll be near the 10-yard line. It'll be a 2nd down and goal around the 10-yard line. Let's see where they put him down.
Yeah, I think they got him down at the 11. Good initial pressure there by C.T. Williamson up the middle, forced Jennings to go out even further. Good pursuit by that Bulldog defense to limit it just a gain of 1. 2nd down, goal to go for Peabody, going right to left from the 11-yard line. 7:50 to go here in 4th quarter.
Shotgun formation for Smith. Jennings, the big running back, 225 pounds of him with the left shoulder of Smith, the quarterback. Single wideouts to both sides. Smith back to throw. A little quicker out. He's going to be complete at the 5, maybe the 4-yard line. He just kind of goes to his knees and makes the catch.
Yeah.
Very little coverage there that time. A little quick opener there. It'll be 3rd down and goal at the 4-yard line. 3rd down and goal for Peabody at the 4-yard line.
Yeah, that was Haynes there on that reception. I was actually watching him the whole time. He lined up, ran a little inside slant, and quickly reversed outside. The ball was behind him. He made a great job to catch it. If he'd have thrown it in front of him, he might have been able to score. Either way, 3rd down and goal from the 4 for Peabody.
High formation, quarterback Smith going to keep it right up the middle. He is stood by.
Takes the ball.
Jaden Peete just stands him up and pushes him all the way back to the 15-yard line from his middle linebacker position. An unusual call on 3rd down and goal at the 4 for the quarterback to keep it up the middle.
Quarterback sneak on 3rd and goal from the 4. Looks like Jerry Garantano for the Vols a few years ago.
Remember that.
If you remember, if you know, you know.
Do. So it's 4th down. Scoreboard says 3rd. Marker says 4th. It's 4th and goal back at the 7-yard line. What a play by Jaden Peete. He just stood him up one-on-one and drove him back. Never really got him on the ground, but forward progress was stopped at the 7, although he took him back to the 15-yard line. The Bulldog fans making some noise on this 4th down.
I'm going to say they're going to go to Haynes out there wide. Yep.
Peabody going to call a timeout. That looks like they were looking to the right. Haynes, number 7, was the wide out to the right. This timeout brought to you by Security Bank and Trust. 6:06 to go in this ball game, and actually 6:05. Clock still running on the timeout. That's interesting. 4th and 7 for Peabody. Peabody gets the timeout. Timeout brought to you by Security Bank and Trust. So we'll do the same. A timeout here as the Bulldogs lead at 21-0 over the Peabody Golden Tide.
At Precision Auto Body, we take pride in being West Tennessee's trusted collision repair experts. From detailed repairs to flawless finishes, we bring your vehicle back to life with precision and care. We know the roads can bring unexpected challenges. Whether it's a minor scrape or major collision, our team is ready to get you back on the road safely and efficiently. With convenient locations in Milan, Martin, and Dyersburg, we're always nearby when you need us most. Make sure to tell your insurance Precision Auto Body.
FDIC. The Victory, 93.7 WTKB Atwood Milan.
Back at Johnny Hill Stadium, Sam McElroy, Scott Massey with you. 6:15 to go in this ball game. Milan up 21-0. Peabody with their deepest penetration got it to the 4. Quarterback Smith on 3rd down and goal at the 4 decided to take the sneak up the middle, but Jaden Peak from his middle linebacker would have nothing to do with that. Drove him back to the 15. They put his forward progress at the 7, and the defense is jumping around down there for Milan. They'd love to get this Jack Holland Marine Corps detachment stop and turn Peabody away and keep that goose egg on the board. Coaches and Milan players trying to get the fans up for this 4th down call. Twin receivers right, twin receivers left for Peabody. Smith, empty backfield. Brings a man in motion. That's Jennings, left to right. Smith sprinting to his right, moving the pocket. Stops, throws middle of the field, incomplete.
Great job by the Bulldog defense. Great job. Carson Kelly putting that pressure on Jonas Smith there as he rolled out to the right. Carson Kelly, big hit on the quarterback, making sure there wasn't a roughing the passer. There is going to be a after the play celebration on Milan that the referees are going to mark off. So the Bulldogs will take over, and they'll have it 1st and 10, but it will be inside the 5.
You know, that happened early in the year. First 2 ball games, Milan was notorious for doing that. And coaches got a handle on it. And now again tonight, they've had several penalties on this celebration. So Milan going to have it 1st down coming out of their own end zone. But a great Jack Holland Marine Corps detachment stop, 4th down. The Bulldogs turn Peabody away. Now, they've not stepped off the penalty. The line of scrimmage was the 7. I've not seen them step it off, but they're still discussing it. Now they say, unsportsmanlike conduct against Milan. So it'll be half the distance to the goal. 7, I guess that's the 3.5 yard.
3.5, there you
go.
go.
Pretty good.
Well, I saw you using the calculator over here.
Thank you very much.
I was wondering why you're doing 7 divided by 2, but
Thank
you got
you
it.
very much.
Bulldogs going to have it 1st and 10 from their own 3.5, according to Sam, going left to right. Carson Kelly going to come in at tailback here. Great pressure by Carson Kelly on Jonas Smith there, making him throw the ball quicker than he wanted to, and that ball just fell incomplete out of the back of the end zone. Good coverage as well by the Bulldogs.
I love the way they moved the pocket. He sprinted to his right, got away from the rush, but then the rush caught up to him, and he couldn't. So great coverage, couldn't find anybody. They give the handoff in the backfield to Carson Kelly. He'll have maybe the 4, and that'll be all. Milan just like to get out of this hole, backed up to their own goal line there. After the 4th down stop, play made a yard, and we 2nd down 9 for Milan. Nose of the football to the 5-yard line. Number 11 for the Milan Bulldogs. That's Jay Donaldson comes in, replacing Michael White, 45.
Yeah, Pete going to come in for Carson Kelly. I think he's starting to cramp a little bit there. He looked over the sideline and grabbed his hamstring, started hitting his hamstring like, Coach, give me a break here.
The Bulldogs 2nd, and the scoreboard says 8, looks more like 9 from their own 5-yard line after the 4th down stop. Shotgun formation, Jaden Pete to the right shoulder of Zach Summers. They'll give it to Pete. He'll come out to the 6, maybe the 7-yard line. A good job by the defensive front of Peabody. They keep hanging in there, and they've done a good job basically the whole game stopping Milan up front. 5:10 to go in this ball game. Milan will have it 3rd down and 6, 3rd down and 6, the football out to where they spot it, 7-yard line.
Clock continues to run, under 5 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Bulldogs up 21-0, going left to right. Big 3rd down here, 3rd down and 6 for the Bulldogs. They'd like to get the 1st down here and continue to run some clock here. I think they're going to keep it on the ground, see if they maybe try to get Pete or Moses the ball here, or maybe even Summers. We'll see what happens.
Pete's a running back to the left shoulder. Zach Summers, twin receivers to both sides of the field. Ball basically in the middle of the field. Summers back to throw. Looking, going over here to Terrence Moses, and he's going to be way shy of the first down.
I think that's Donaldson over
That's
there.
Donaldson, excuse me. He was way shy of the first down. Cut his route off way too short. Number 3, Parker Greener on the coverage there. It'll be 4th down and 4 for Milan. Got to get to the stick, and way short of the first down marker there. And so Milan going to punt out of their own end zone and give Peabody great field position.
Good. Bulldogs are fortunate on that when Donaldson caught that, the defender pushed him out of bounds, but the official said that his forward progress had stopped inbounds. Clock continues to move, so it's going to be 4th and 4 for Milan inside their 10, but the clock is ticking. 3:55 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Summers to kick out of his own end zone. Jennings, number 7, the threat, Jamarcus Haynes, the great return man, a wide receiver, and a timeout on the field.
Timeout, Milan.
Milan calls a timeout. So with 3:39 to go here in this fourth quarter, brought to you by McDonald's and Medina and Humboldt. This timeout brought to you by Security Bank and Trust. We'll do the same. A timeout with Milan leading 21-0 over the Peabody Golden Tide.
This October, let's put health first, West Tennessee. Whether you need your annual health checkup or it's time for your twice-yearly dental cleanings, let's work together to ensure our community stays happy and healthy. With sedation options to keep even the most anxious patients comfortable and their dental care, Elite Dental Care is here for you and your dental care needs. Call your local Elite Dental Care in Dyersburg, Eads, Germantown, Jackson, Ripley, or Trenton, Tennessee, or visit us online at elitedentalcare.com to find more information about our services. Elite Dental Care. Our smiles say it all.
Back at Johnny Hill Stadium, Bulldogs call timeout. It's 4th down and 4, but they're backed up at their own 9-yard line. And Zach Summers, the quarterback, is the kicker, and he'll have to kick it out of his own end zone. Son Garrett and grandson Carson on the way out the door. Good to have them here with us tonight. My dear friend Drew Tucker with us. He wore his Florida State Seminole shirt tonight. His son's a coach at Florida State. Of course, they beat Alabama, and he wears that tonight, you know. Can you believe that? I mean, I brought him up here.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Well, anytime Alabama can, lose, I'm a fan of that team.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let's get back to this game. 3:38 to go in this fourth quarter. Zach Summers to kick out of the own end zone. He'll be about 3 or 4 yards deep in the end zone. Number 7, Jamarcus Haynes, will be the return man. He is a threat every time he touches the ball. Milan done a good job to keep him at bay here tonight. Good snap from center. Summers takes it, kicks it high and over end, kicks it away from Haynes, and then it'll go out of bounds near the midfield stripe. Great kick there by Zach Summers. Kicks it away from Haynes and got a little roll on it as well. They'll put it down at the Milan 49-yard line. So that's a great kick, 40-plus yard kick there from Zach Summers.
Not going to count. Tell me if you heard this before, Sam. Penalty on the play, holding on the Bulldogs here. So the official all the way back at the line of scrimmage, the head official called a holding. And let's see if Coach Val wants to make Milan re-kick or if he wants to add it to the end.
I think he'd want to re-kick, hoping Haynes can get his hands on the ball. Again, officials do a great job. Glad to have them. It's hard to get officials. But they don't make any more money if you call more fouls. I mean, just because you call 25 fouls or flags, you don't get more money tonight.
But do you know that for a fact?
Absolutely, I do. No, that's true.
If they did pay per flag, you'd probably get a lot more people interested in being officials.
Absolutely. We'll check with Bill Kisner, our expert. He'll tell you.
I hope Bill's listening tonight.
Hey, speaking of listening, my buddy Johnny Robinson saw him the other night at the South Gibson Milan 5th and 6th grade basketball game. My grandson plays for South Gibson, played here in Milan last Friday. And Johnny and Sherry sit with me there, and great to see them. He says that sometimes as Sherry told me, that he'll lay across the bed, turn the radio on, and listen to us. I hope he's listening tonight. Dear friend of my many years here in Milan, Johnny Robinson, what a great basketball player he was here in Milan, and, of course, at UT Martin as well. So Summers now will be about 8 yards deep in the end zone. Haynes will stand at the Milan 31-yard line, could get great field position, 3:30 to go in this ball game. This fourth quarter brought to you by McDonald's and Medina and Humboldt. High, spiraling kid coverage kick. Haynes will call for the fair catch. Again, a good kick by Summers, and he has to call the fair catch because he's covered up there by purple jerseys. But great field position for Peabody. 1st and 10 at the Milan 34-yard line.
Yeah, good job by Summers there to get the kick away. Peabody put a little pressure on him there. Haynes fair catches it at the 34-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for Peabody going right to left at the Bulldog 34-yard line. 3:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. Bulldogs up 21-0.
Bulldogs would love to keep the Peabody Golden Tide out of the end zone with 3:30 to go, up 21-0. But Peabody 1st and 10 gives it to Jennings, the running back, stumbling forward, shot at the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage at 34. Pick up 2, maybe 3. Clock will run with 3:20 to go in this fourth quarter. Brought to you by McDonald's of Medina and Humboldt. After the game, we'll have the Milan Prevention Coalition Scoreboard Show. Robin will have that. We'll have the postgame from Gene Langley Ford. We'll have the fifth quarter brought to you by Internally Sound. Tell you about our special fifth quarter thought for you tonight. Stay tuned for that. Peabody has 3 on that. Second down 7 outside the 30-yard line. Smith, shotgun, fakes it, pass, looking, going far down the far sideline. Got a man there, and it is out of bounds. The pass was thrown out of bounds. Sonny Johnson right there with him all the way. Good job covering number 7, Jamarcus Haynes, and Sonny Johnson with him step for step. The ball was thrown over the outside shoulder and out of bounds. It'll be 3rd down 7 for Peabody back at the Milan 31-yard line. Clock stops on the incompletion at 2:50 to go in this ballgame. Great crowd tonight. Both communities represented very well here tonight.
Yep. On that play there, we had, and on the first 2 plays, number 21, Jalen Vincent had come in at linebacker for Carson Kelly. Did a good job there. Now going to get a break. And number 14, Drake Burnett, going to come in at linebacker on this 3rd down. 6-7 to go at the Bulldog 31-yard line.
Shotgun formation for Smith, the quarterback. Jennings, the running back, to his right shoulder. Twin receivers, and they bring Jennings in motion. They look to swing it out of the backfield to him. Then they throw a pass to the middle of the field. Number 7, that's the wide receiver that's so talented, and Milan able to hit him up there right at the first down marker. But good pursuit there by Milan. Jamarcus Haynes. They faked it over the left side, and then Haynes comes to the middle of the field, actually the right hash, and makes the catch to be 1st down for Peabody. They'll move the chains inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. Good play they drew up there by Peabody to make the defense shift over to the left side and leave that middle open. Yep. And Haynes was able to catch and make some yardage. 1st and 10, Peabody at the Milan 24-yard line.
Yeah, that was just a good little tunnel screen there from Peabody. Had everybody looking to the left with the 2 receivers and Jennings going in motion. Just do a little screen to Haynes. He got a 1st down. S&S Insurance first
Smith
down.
Back to throw. Straight drop back. Looking. Quick pass. Complete. And hit immediately about the 19-yard line. A same that's right in the middle of the field. It's just a little quick hitter there. And it's complete for the Peabody Golden Tide. Put it at the 19-yard line inside that High Point Storage red zone. And number 3, Tyree Armstrong on the tackle for the Milan Bulldogs. Play made 5 yards, 2nd down and 5. Clock runs with 1:48 to go in this one. Bulldogs up 21-0, but Peabody knocking on the door inside the 20. Smith, straight drop back, looking, throws, and it is incomplete. The receiver fell down at the 14-yard line as he made his little hook cut there, and it goes incomplete. Jaden Pete and the receiver there exchanging pleasantries there, and so all for nothing. So it'll be 3rd down. 3rd down and 5 for Peabody at the 19-yard line. A mile, and clock stops after the incompletion. 1:35 to go in this fourth quarter, brought to you by McDonald's of Medina and Humboldt.
Yeah, Jalen Vincent coming back in at linebacker for Drake Burnett, giving him a break. Good job there by Drake.
Smith and shotgun.
Something looked like...
Back to throw, throws in the middle of the field. Oh, incomplete. He was a little skinny post at the goal line. He was open and went in and out of his hands and looked like the wide receiver to the left got a head start.
Well, we got a flag on the play, and I think it is going to be illegal shift or false start. It looked like the tight end for sure, and you saw the receiver as well. So, yeah, illegal procedure on Peabody. Milan's going to decline that, so it's going to be 4th down and 5, just inside the 20-yard line, inside that High Point Storage red zone.
That's what I always wanted, a head start. The only way I was going to succeed is have a head start. All right. 4th down 5 for Peabody at the Milan 19-yard line. 1:35 to go in this ball game. Milan up 21-0. And we'll move on to round 1 of the TWSAA playoffs. Milan will host here next Friday night. Smith in the shotgun. Straight drop back, looking, pursuit. They can reel. He's sacked. What about Smith? Milan laid their ears back. Lincoln Reel and Micah White laid their ears back and came after him. A Jack Holland Marine Corps detachment 4th down stop, and Bulldogs will hold that shutout, and the Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. 21-0, 1:31 to go in this one. I'm going to take it away, make my way down to the field to get the comments of Coach Comer, and Scott, you take us home.
All right. Well, you said you needed that head start, Sam, so you're going to go ahead and get your head start, heading on down there to get the interview with Coach Comer. Great job by that Bulldog defense to get that Jack Holland Marine Corps detachment 4th down stop. Great job, Lincoln Real, to get the quarterback sacked. Bulldogs take over 1st and 10, just outside the 25-yard line, going left to right. 1:31 to go here in the 4th quarter. Bulldogs up 21-0. Summers in shotgun. He's going to take a knee just outside the 20-yard line. I think Peabody is content to just let the clock run out. So a couple more snaps that Summers will have to take a knee. Great win tonight by the Bulldogs. Finish off this undefeated regular season of 9-0. They're going to be 6-0 in the region. Like Sam said, with this win here, the Bulldogs are going to win the region and will be at home at Johnny Hill Stadium next Friday night from a team out of Region 8 out of Memphis. So stay tuned after tonight's game. Listen to the Milan Prevention Coalition scoreboard show with Robin. He'll start to piece the playoff brackets together for not only in 2A, but for all the classifications all across the state. Summers takes the snap, takes another knee just outside the 15-yard line, and that may be the last play that he has to run as the clock ticks under 40 seconds to go. Good win by the Bulldogs tonight. Good job on defense. Great job by that Bulldog defense. Offense leaned very heavily on the run tonight. Got some things we need to clean up from the penalty side, but a great job, great effort tonight from the Bulldogs. I think we're going to get out of this game with most everyone healthy. So good job there, Coach Comer and the coaches starting to signal to the players, come on over to the sideline as the clock ticks under 10 seconds to go. And the Bulldogs are going to defeat the Peabody Golden Tide 21-0 here at Johnny Hill Stadium. And we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we will have Brother Sam on the field with Coach Wade Comer and our premier dental star of the game, hopefully Jaden Pete. So great job tonight by Pete and great job by the entire Bulldog offense and offensive line. So final 21-0. We're going to take a break. We'll come back on the Victory 93-7.
There's a new name in home lending right here in West Tennessee, Nelson Mortgage Company. We offer a full range of home loan options, FHA, USDA, VA, and conventional. Whether you're buying a home, making home improvements, or refinancing your current one. At Nelson Mortgage, we believe your mortgage should come with hometown support. We live here, we work here, and we're here to help you. Call our expert mortgage loan originator, Jenny Mims, today at 731-613-9021, or find us on Facebook. Nelson Mortgage Company, owned by Cody Nelson. Your home, your hometown, your team.
Since 1967, Quality Fence Company in Milan has been offering the West Tennessee community quality and affordable fences. Quality Fence Company will customize wood, vinyl, aluminum chain link, or ornamental wrought iron fences specifically to the customer's needs or wants. For your next fence installation or repair, consider your friends at Quality Fence Company. Visit them on Facebook at Quality Fence Company or call 731-783-3555. Quality Fence Company, serving all of West Tennessee. Online at qualityfencejackson.com.
Utility District. finals. So several games still going on, but our finals tonight, again, Milan has beaten Peabody 21-0. South Gibson wins at Hardin County 41-14. Northside beats Chester County 48-3. JCM shuts out Halls 33-0. So JCM is officially the 4 seed in our 7-2A region. Of course, Milan won Huntington 2 with their 42-0 win over Union City. Peabody will be on the road at 3, and JCM also on the road as a 4 seed next week. Dyer County beats Lexington 17-9. Dresden over Lake County 56-14. Some games still going on. A good one over at Humboldt right now. Lakeland Prep and Humboldt are tied at 26. I can tell you Humboldt is in the postseason with Dresden's win over Lake County. Humboldt will go to Middle College next week on the 1A side. Also, Westview all over Covington 35-14 in that big battle. Haywood's going to win their region 44-7 as they lead over Kirby right now. And again, nothing opposite of 2A of Milan yet. We know, of course, Milan won Huntington 2, Peabody 3, JCM 4. Nothing, no scores reporting out of Memphis out of that 8 2A region that we can give you right now, but we'll work on that over the next hour or so. Let's go back to Johnny Hill Stadium. Scott Massey and Sam McElroy standing by.
All right, thank you, Robin. We got Brother Sam down there on the field with Coach Comer. Going to get his comments and his thoughts after this big 21-0 win. Sam, you got Coach Comer down there?
I do. Thank you so much. Down on the field, Coach, congratulations. A big region win. You get the region championship. You're undefeated on the year. Your thoughts?
It's a credit to that senior class. They played well and been through a lot throughout their whole 4 years, and they're putting it together, and they're a fun bunch to coach. That I'm losing a lot more hair than what I did have, but I mean they're a fun bunch to coach, and they get after it, and they love playing football.
Hang on just a minute. We'll talk to Jaden Pete, the premier dental player of the game. Jaden, you had another great game tonight. I tried to do this year in the year, and you got away from me, so we'll make sure I got you tonight. I know you've been a senior. You played along. You got to feel good about this win.
It feels really great. First and foremost, I want to thank God for letting me be out here and letting me play. I want to thank my family, my teammates, my coaches. Without them, it wouldn't be possible.
Undefeated on the year, playoffs ahead. Looking forward to that, I know.
Yeah, just got to keep going. 1-0 every week.
Congratulations.
Appreciate you.
Jaden Pete, premier dental player of the game tonight. Coach, looking ahead to the playoffs, your thoughts?
We just got to get ready. I know we've been looking at the Memphis schools down there. It's going to be a challenge next week, whoever we end up with. And, main thing is just be undefeated in this second season because, we are in this first season. Now we want to get on the roll and finish this thing off.
Two great communities here tonight. Great crowd support, especially for the Milan fans.
Yeah, Milan did an outstanding job, and hats off to Trenton. They're much improved. Coach Val does an outstanding job, and, they're up and coming on their way back. And, Gibson County football's got a lot of good football in it. And, it's nice to get these two communities together. And, they kneeled out and prayed right there after it's all over with. It was, it was feisty between the lines, but when it's done, we was able to shake hands and have mutual respect for both teams.
Well, for all the Milan fans, thank you for keeping us at home next week.
Well, thank y'all, too. And we don't mind staying at home. Hopefully we can keep this thing rolling.
Congratulations.
All right, thank you.
Coach Wade Comer, victorious tonight, 21-0 over the Peabody Golden Tide. Round number 1, the TWSAA playoffs next Friday night, right here at Johnny Hill Stadium. Back to you for the comments from the station, Robin. We'll be back in a moment on the Victory 93.7.
There's a new name in home lending right here in West Tennessee, Nelson Mortgage Company. We offer a full range of home loan options, FHA, USDA, VA, and conventional. Whether you're buying a home, making home improvements, or refinancing your current one, at Nelson Mortgage, we believe your mortgage should come with hometown support. We live here, we work here, and we're here to help you. Call our expert mortgage loan originator, Jenny Mims, today at 731-613-9021, or find us on Facebook. Nelson Mortgage Company, owned by Cody Nelson. Your home, your hometown, your team.
Since 1967, Quality Fence Company in Milan has been offering the West Tennessee community quality and affordable fences. Quality Fence Company will customize wood, vinyl, aluminum chain link, or ornamental wrought iron fences specifically to the customer's needs or wants. For your next fence installation or repair, consider your friends at Quality Fence Company. Visit them on Facebook at Quality Fence Company or call 731-783-3555. Quality Fence Company, serving all of West Tennessee. Online at qualityfencejackson.com.
At Precision Auto Body, we take pride in being West Tennessee's trusted collision repair experts. From detailed repairs to flawless finishes, we bring your vehicle back to life with precision and care. We know the roads can bring unexpected challenges. Whether it's a minor scrape or major collision, our team is ready to get you back on the road safely and efficiently. With convenient locations in Milan, Martin, and Dyersburg, we're always nearby when you need us most. Make sure to tell your insurance Precision Auto Body.
This October, let's put health first, West Tennessee. Whether you need your annual health checkup or it's time for your twice-yearly dental cleanings, let's work together to ensure our community stays happy and healthy. With sedation options to keep even the most anxious patients comfortable and their dental care, Elite Dental Care is here for you and your dental care needs. Call your local Elite Dental Care in Dyersburg, Eads, Germantown, Jackson, Ripley, or Trenton, Tennessee, or visit us online at elitedentalcare.com to find more information about our services. Elite Dental Care. Our smiles say it all.
Dresden beats Lake County 56-14 with Dresden's win. Humboldt is into the playoffs tonight. I can tell you just real quickly, I do know in 1A, Humboldt's going to go to Middle College next week. We do know that one. The 4A is set for next week here in West Tennessee. Millington will come to South Gibson. Lakeland Prep will go to Dyer County. Lexington will go to Haywood County, and Crockett County will go to Memphis Kirby. We do know that. On the 2A side, opposite Milan, Huntington, Peabody, JCM, none of those scores are showing up right now, but we'll work on those over the next hour or so. Hopefully before 11 we'll have those for you, but already some playoff matchups coming in for next Friday night. Let's go back to Johnny Hill Stadium for more postgame, brought to you by Gene Langley Ford with Sam McElroy and Scott Massey.
Gene Langley Ford pregame, postgame show, continues here. Milan Bulldogs won it 21-0. Will host next Friday night here at Johnny Hill Stadium. That's a good thought. And the Bulldogs winning, going away 21-0 here tonight. Scott, you got final stats for tonight's game.
Yeah, I got stats. Thank you to Casey Moore for doing the stats for us tonight. First off, for Peabody, they had a total of 20 rushes for 92 yards. They were 3 of 13 passing for 19 yards. Rushing the ball, their leader was number 10, Jaden Jennings, had 13 carries for 68 yards. Number 12, Jonah Smith, had 5 carries for -3 yards. Number 4, Edward Agnew, had 1 carry for 1 yard. And then number 2, Latavian Cannon, had 1 rush for 26 yards. They had 92 yards total rushing, 19 total passing for a total of 111 yards total offense for Peabody tonight. For the Bulldogs, they rushed the ball 40 times for 210 yards. They passed the ball. Summers was 6 of 8 for 46 yards. Leading rusher was Jaden Pete. He had 24 carries for 144 yards. Carson Kelly had 8 carries for 43 yards. Terrence Moses, 5 carries for 27 yards. Summers, he kind of got the short end of the stick. He had 3 carries for -4 yards, but 2 of those were because of the last 2 kneel downs there. Summers, like I said, he was 6 of 8 for 46 yards. Leading receiver was Sonny Johnson, 2 receptions, 24 yards. Pete had 1 reception for -1. Jay Donaldson, 2 receptions, 4 yards. Terrence Moses had 1 for 19, and a huge not 1 reception for that 19 yard for Moses on that big 3rd down and 18. The Bulldogs rushed for 210 yards, passed for 46 for a total of 256 yards. And another thing that Casey had let me know here, the Bulldogs tonight had 14 penalties for 126 yards. They had more penalty yardage tonight than Peabody had total yardage tonight. So definitely an area that they need to emphasize and clean up before next week. But as Sam, we're into the playoffs. We're the 1 seed.
That's a big deal. You get the host here. As long as you continue to win, the first 3 rounds, my understanding, will be here at Johnny Hill Stadium. Correct. You continue to win. That's a big, of course, a great crowd tonight from both schools. Both communities are represented extremely well. As we continue now with the Gene Langley Ford post-game show, again, we introduced and talked to Jaden Pete, our premier dental star of the game. He had some great things to say. He had a really good ball game. Not had to use him much over the last few weeks. The competition was not quite as good and didn't have to use him. Well, one game, Gibson County didn't even run the ball, but he came to play tonight, not only offensively but defensively as well. Coming up in just a moment will be the Milan Prevention Coalition Scoreboard Show. Robin will have all the scores. The score recaps quickly. It's just like this. First quarter, 2:30 to go in the first quarter. Sonny Johnson caught a 12-yard touchdown pass from Zach Summers. The kick was good, 7-0. Then in the second quarter, 9-yard run by Jaden Peak. The kick was good, 14-0. Then in the fourth quarter, no scoring in the third, a 4-yard touchdown run by Jaden Peak. The kick was good. That's where we stood. That's where we finished at 21-0. Just for a moment, our fifth quarter moment brought to you by Internally Sound for all your sound system, video boards, lighting, all of that. They can do it for you. The big Union University, big night on Monday night. They're doing all of that for them on Monday night. They do it all across America. I went to a big conference at Pigeon Forge recently with over 6,000 people. All the sound and lighting and video board was done by Internally Sound from right here in Milan, Tennessee. 686-0262 with your installation, a new sound system, or your Christmas program coming up. Whatever you need, they can do it at Internally Sound. So we come to the end of the Milan season. This is our fifth quarter moment. End of the season. When you come to the end of your season, when you come to the end of your life, how will it be? The Bible says there's point unto man wants to die and then the judgment. We're all going to die. We're all going to come to that point in our life. So where will that take you? You can know the joy of life not only here, but you can know it eternally when you know Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior. When you stand before Him and that day comes, you can know that you've trusted in Him. If you're born in a garage, it won't make you a car. If you're born in a Christian home, it won't make you a Christian. You have to make that choice. You have to ask Him to come in your life, to repent of your sins, and ask Him to be your Lord and Savior. So when you come to the end of your season or your life, Milan finishes their season tonight, the regular season. They move on to the playoffs. When you move on into eternity, will it be heaven or will it be hell? You can know the joy of heaven when you know Jesus as your personal Lord and Savior. Ask yourself that question. Where are you going to be when your time comes? Hope you know Christ tonight as your personal Lord and Savior. That's our fifth quarter, brought to you by Internally Sound. For all your sound system, lighting, video board needs, they can do it all for you. Scott, thanks so much. Great job tonight.
Great job, Sam.
And back to round number one, kind of a tradition from Milan Bulldogs, but undefeated on the year, 9-0. And will host the next, Friday night here at Johnny Hill Stadium. So for Robin Coode back at the station, he'll have the Milan Prevention Coalition Scoreboard Show coming up in just a moment. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Sam McElroy for Scott Massey. Milan wins at 21-0 here on the Victory 93.7.